Count on your local financial advisor for financial strategies that can help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact your local financial advisor. Let's find your rich. Edward Jones, member SIPC. In Baton Rouge, call Spencer Smith, and in Plaquemine, call Kyle Robichaux.
Looking for the perfect van to take your business or adventure to the next level? Meet the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge. With class-leading versatility, advanced safety features, and legendary reliability, the Sprinter is built to work hard and keep you moving. Need cargo space? It's got it. Need passenger capacity? It's got that too. And with incredible fuel efficiency and Mercedes-Benz luxury, it's more than just a van. It's your ultimate partner on the road. Come see why businesses and adventurers alike trust the Sprinter. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge on Airline Highway in Baton Rouge, or check us out online at mbobr.com today.
In today's fast-changing world, one thing is certain. The only guarantee of a better tomorrow is that you grow. That's why Business Report invites you to elevate your leadership and your team, featuring 2 world-class speakers sharing powerful insights on resilience, innovation, and ideation to help you lead at a higher level. Join us on Wednesday, February 11th, starting at 8 a.m. If you're ready to elevate your leadership and inspire your team, get your tickets today at businessreport.com/events. That's businessreport.com.
At Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, we're not just windows. We're also hardy plank siding, vinyl siding, and wood windows. Check out our website to see what we offer today, GEAUX,
At Our Lady of the Lake, we're leaning into our Franciscan missionaries of Our Lady heritage. A connected team, standing not in the spotlight, but in the quiet moments, the hardest times. We teach, heal, pray, and laugh. We do all things with great love. Across our system, we share one belief. Providing the best care possible isn't a job. It's our calling. FMOL Health, united with Our Lady of the Lake. This is how we healthcare.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, January 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 39. In hour 1 of today's show, we'll talk about LSU landing the top left tackle Jordan Seaton out of the transfer portal. We'll react to the NFC and AFC championship games and give you a Super Bowl preview. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube with the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from Mobile, Alabama at the Panini Senior Bowl, brought to you by First American Bank and Trust, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester,
Yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone.
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo, and welcome in to OTB. We are here live from Mobile, Alabama, 2026 Panini Senior Bowl, and our coverage is brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. Jake, Flynn, Alondra here, boots on the ground in Mobile. Tate and Musso? Yep, Musso back in Baton Rouge holding it down inside the Raising Cane studio. We are very excited, going to be here all week long. Already kind of active here in the convention center. In years past, sometimes we've been here and it's been maybe 2 shows going. I guess morning shows decided they wanted to join OTB here at the Senior Bowl, so some activity already. You can tell there's a couple of players that are already up having to do some media here, some sleepy eyes as they get ready for, well, the most important week of their life.
Yeah, well, great early weekend to you, buddy, or week. Was a
really what day it is.
I'm excited. I finally got invited. to the Senior Bowl. So I finally made it. Excited to get the week started. We are here at the Convention Center here in Mobile, Alabama. And, yeah, it's a early morning, and let me tell you, it's a cold morning. And I know we're all feeling it. Everybody in the country is feeling it. I think it's a little bit warmer here than it is back home in Baton Rouge. So I think schools are canceled. I hope everybody has a safe little, stay safe today, stays warm. And, yeah, we're feeling it. But we're walking over this catwalk right here from the parking garage. Whoo, that wind was whipping through. Got me feeling like, football weather a little bit. So I bet I'm excited to ask these players if they've, especially a lot of these guys from the South. We just saw Sully Robinson walking around, quarterback at Baylor from Lubbock, Texas. So excited to kind of see, like, hey, have you played in, like, maybe not half the teams, but a decent portion of the teams that could pick you or you could play for in the NFL are going to have games just like this. So how's that going to – it'll be exciting to see how those guys translate. Excited to see the practices this week. I'm fired up for it. I really am. Just see the best of the best compete. Like the guys that we've seen walking around right now. We saw a kid from Iowa. I think he's about 7'8", about 550, 3% body fat. So he looked pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, easy, Paul Bunyan. My God.
Yeah, I mean, relax. Save some of the rest of us, man. Jeez.
A unit.
Yeah, it's a flowing red locks, flowing red mullet, too. Like, this guy is who you want. Like, I don't even know his name. Don't know anything about him. First round.
He didn't even have to have, like, his Iowa shorts on either. It's like, yep, you play for Iowa.
Yep, he had shorts on. I think Crocs, too.
Yeah, this is not cold for him. He's one of the fellas you're talking about. This is football weather for them.
This is football weather for them.
Yeah. I don't really know that yesterday's AFC Championship game was football weather. We'll leave that up to the masses.
I love it. They're kind of wimps. They can't score any points in the snow. Like, kind of wimpy.
That's two cold weather teams.
Get your stuff together, dude.
And they did not.
They did not.
What's the final? 13-10, 10-7?
10-7. Yeah, 10-7.
The Broncos scored first drive out.
I think it was 10-7 at half, right?
Yeah. Feels right. I know the Broncos scored, like, they went down and drove.
Yeah.
They hit the big play.
Their second drive, they got it. They scored because both teams went out, maybe not 3 and out, but both teams punted first drive. Broncos scored on their second possession.
Yeah, they hit Mims for like a 50-something yarder, and then,
Yep. And the Broncos Stidham gave them a possession inside the 20 with a kind of he boofed it a little bit, a little lateral.
Oh, my God. What was he doing?
I don't know. He's trying to make a play.
I mean, I get it.
He's just not that guy.
I get it, but just take the sack.
He looked good early on, but I was did not get the opportunity to watch the second half. I was enjoying a little father-daughter dance yesterday, and I wasn't gonna obviously miss that for anything in the entire world.
No.
And so didn't care to watch the NFL game yesterday.
Didn't care to at all.
No, I was dancing. I was to the left, to the left.
We did was it Cupid Shuffle?
We did a little Cupid
Shuffle.
Shuffle.
What that is?
Oh yeah, we're getting down.
Look, I heard you did great. Lacey even said, your wife said you did great. So
absolutely,
I'm like,
we did it.
if he didn't do good, she would put him on blast. But
got together, had a little get ready party. All the little girls in lower school got together, painted their faces, had some drinks,
They had drinks?
Well, Shirley Temples.
Okay. You said that.
Yeah, I did. I kind of said it. I was like, oh, obviously.
What?
Not me. Water all day because we had a little late night drive last night.
Yeah, you did. You said somebody offered you a cold pop at 2:30, and you said, not today.
Not today. Got to get to the Senior Bowl for the first time.
And you have to drive because you have a baby tummy.
Yeah, I do. I suffer from two things in life. One is diagnosed squirrel seer. The other is can't ride in a car for 5 minutes without getting car sick.
Airplanes were good, though.
We're good on airplanes,
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so we are going to be here all week long, and sometimes players will come in, come out. Like, there's no scheduled time as far as, like, really, even if it is a scheduled time. I've been here enough times to know that might not be how it plays out. But obviously, we're going to get all the LSU players that are here. I believe the final list has 3 LSU players on it. Is that correct? We looked it up.
That's what I was checking. So the list was fluctuating the last couple of weeks. By the into last week, I think we had 5, but currently only 3 players are set on the roster. I guess this has to be confirmed, right? So Garrett Nussmeier, Barry Brown, Aaron Anderson are the 3 LSU Tigers that are at least on the roster as of right now. Late drops, late additions probably happening up until today, right?
I'm going to try to see if we can ask, because Molly Middleton, who's in charge of all the PR media stuff, I'll ask her, because Jack Piper and AJ Halsey were the other names. And, man, and this is no disrespect to Jack Piper, but I want to see AJ Halsey.
Right.
That was one of the players I think I was most excited about.
Yeah.
Was to have him and to see him.
Yeah, and I don't even know what kind of his stock is right now, what the communication is about him. He's played a lot of football, and he's played a lot of really good football. Does he really have anything to come out here and prove? I guess everybody really does. You got something to prove, but I think he's put a lot of game tape on film that is going to overshadow probably anything that he could do here currently. So, but of course, I would love to see him on the football field
typically, like a guy like AJ Halsey, if you get some good news, like some good grade back, it's like, okay, well, maybe I don't have to go there. So again, we'll get confirmation on how many LSU players are actually going to be here, what that final number is going to be, but very excited to catch up with Garrett Nussmeier, and you mentioned Barryon Brown and Aaron Anderson. Obviously, you're a big fan of his and kind of what he brings to the table.
Look, I found it interesting this morning. Just kind of got the draft stuff. A lot more draft stuff's going to come every week. I saw that Mel Kiper on his list of quarterbacks had Garrett Nussmeier sitting at 4. So a little bit of a surprise there based on the season and everything, but excited for him and the opportunity. Man, what an opportunity, golden opportunity for Garrett Nussmeier this week here in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, yeah, he might be one of the players that has the biggest opportunity and can kind of improve his draft stock as much as anybody. And that's not just us as LSU people saying that. That is talking with Drew Fabianich, the executive director of the Panini Senior Bowl. So, look, we do have a ton to get to. We're going to break early here. Luke Altmeyer, Illinois quarterback, is going to join us when we come back. So, like I said, we'll have some guests kind of popping in and out. So we'll have our first guest of the week when we come back here. It is OTB. We are live from the Panini Senior Bowl, brought to you by First American Bank and Trust.
Off the bench.
All right, there's a new star of downtown Baton Rouge, and that is Bally's Casino and Hotel. Bally's at Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel. It is brand new. Sure, it got renovated, but everything is new. They did not leave any stone unturned. They made sure that the entire property got an upgrade. So if you're looking for a night out, if you're local in Baton Rouge, if you're looking for a staycation, or if you're from out of town and you want to come to an LSU sporting event, whatever the situation, however you get to Baton Rouge, you need to check out the brand new Bally's of Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel.
That's right, Bally's, Baton Rouge. We got an absolute diamond in the rough upgrade over there, man. They've turned a once kind of a dormant facility over there into a beautiful pop. And let me tell you, it is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is 100% first class. So 25,000 square feet game facility, huge DraftKings sportsbook, a beautiful, brand new, completely renovated hotel right there, Bally's of Baton Rouge.
Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you'll likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Altmeyer, Sean Fagan and Associates.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a
Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, and welcome back in. It is OTB. Again, we are live here from the Panini Senior Bowl, brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. Hester Flynn, and now joined by Luke Altmeyer, quarterback from Illinois. Luke, we appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all having me, man. It's cool.
Yeah, you said you're training here in Mobile, though, so it's pretty easy commute for you, because we were wondering, like, because there's bad weather all over, certainly like the southeast portion of the country that doesn't know how to handle kind of cold, snowy weather. But for you, you just drove across the bay.
Literally, I was 15 minutes. I woke up in my bed, I guess Sunday, and drove over 15 minutes. People were telling me all their connecting flights and canceled flights, and I was laid up chilling and just drove over and got a valet park. So
there you go. So how is the so since the season's over, like, what's that schedule been like for you? Did you go straight into training? Did you take a couple of days? But you've been in Mobile.
That's right.
But is it you doing a lot of speed, agility training, or is it mostly, man, I'm trying to be the best quarterback?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I finished the bowl game, kind of New Year's around then.
Yep.
It took about 5 days off and hopped right into it. So you kind of hit the ground running. You go right into kind of all-encompassing training, speed, strength, obviously quarterback training. So it's a mixture of everything, and even kind of meeting and interview, prep too, which is probably the most challenging part, because pretty big questions that you got to answer, which is awesome. But it's everything. It's really challenging and uncomfortable at times, but really, really cool. And so it's been good.
Look, I remember when I was training for the combine, the most random thing we did, the guy that was training us made us take an improv class, like an acting improv class.
What?
So we were like ready for any type of question, because the coaches and scouts, they're a little famous for throwing you oddball questions.
Since we've been in this process, though, a team did get in trouble because they did cross the line. I don't know if you remember that, about questions they were asking. So they fixed it a little bit. They can't ask you anything too wild. Now, it'll try to get you uncomfortable, though.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'll be ready for whatever, hopefully.
There you go.
I probably need some improv for sure. Yeah.
That was a little weird.
Yeah, it's interesting.
All right, so you transfer from Ole Miss to Illinois. You get to Illinois, and y'all had some of the most successful seasons in really the school history. What was it like for you, though? I mean, being from Starkville, Mississippi, you go to Ole Miss, and then you go about like as far away, it feels like, as you possibly could.
Right, yeah. It was the first time in my life that I was getting out of my comfort zone, kind of, holistically, kind of in the big picture. So it was very uncomfortable at the time, but thank God it was. So much growth and development, happened in that time through obstacles I had to climb over and hard times and adversities, but it brought out a lot of great moments at Illinois. It was so cool for the community to experience some winning seasons, and sold out the stadium a lot, which hadn't happened, in a whole long time. So it was just great to see the fans that were, 40-year season ticket holders coming up to you and just thanking you just for bringing good wins to Illinois. So it was just such an awesome time. I wear the logo of pride, and loved where I played, loved the system that I was in, loved the head coach that I played for. But yeah, uncomfortable, but man, like thank God that it was. So much character was developed, and a lot of just fun football. It was, and I loved my teammates, loved the way we prepared, and a lot of good things happened.
Yeah, so you talk about loving your system in college, and so I'm so interested to watch the quarterbacks, of course, this week in practice, because I think there's a lot of offensive styles that colleges run right now don't necessarily immediately translate to what the NFL style kind of is. A lot of shotgun, clap counts, and a lot. If you're not taking a lot of under center snaps, but we were talking before we jumped on here. You kind of have the familiarity with that. You do some stuff under center. So like if you have that already in your arsenal, that's a big step up.
For sure. I think that's kind of one thing that separates me going into the week. A little bit. I've played in the Big Ten, and then kind of the mentality of the Big Ten is kind of run the football, get under center, and more of an old school type of football. Certainly it's transitioning a little bit to more of a modern spread in the gun with your clap count stuff, which we experienced and we played with a lot, but a lot of times I was under center, making checks, making kills, and kind of making, mic points and things like that. So, like, I'm very comfortable with it, under center football, and I'm using that to my advantage certainly in this week, and I think it'll show. So I'm excited about it. But, yeah, certainly, Big Ten, playing in that weather, more of an old school type of football, but, like we were successful with it, obviously, and it'll translate. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, it's like probably the MVP of the NFL, their leading personnel this year was 13 personnel for the Rams. So, like, it's a little bit different game than across the country in college. Yeah, so I'm excited that you have that experience under center. So we that's like I said, that's a big leg up. If you're taking a snap from under the center for the first time since like 8th grade, it's tough, man.
I'll tell you what. So last year, the group of quarterbacks that was here, like none of those guys had done it. And they could barely get through practice because they kept fumbling the snap. They had to stay after every day. So, like, you having that experience, obviously, Luke is going to be big for you. Like, what do you want, though, what's the main thing this week that you want to make sure that you get done? And I'll give you an example. Like, for me, when I was here, I played running back at LSU, but I know it's going to play fullback in the NFL. So it's like, hey, bud, you got to show that you can do it this week. So I had, like, a main goal. What is it for you that you want to show every scout here this week?
Yeah, I don't know. Just, man, I'm a clean football player. I'm experienced. I've seen a lot of ball, and, like, I've seen all the looks, played in a lot of different systems with Kiffin and Brett Bielema. So, man, I'm an efficient player. I do the right things on the field and take care of the football. And certainly you want to show how strong you are and kind of you can make those throws that they make in the NFL. But I believe I can. So I'm not going to overthink it, man. I'm going to go attack it and play clean, play efficient, and say the right things and do the right things. That's all what I've always done, how I've been raised, and so, I'm just going to enjoy it. If I enjoy it, I'll be in a good spot. So, but, yeah, I'm confident just where I came from and how it prepared me, and just going to bring that to it and let them kind of have their assessments. And I'm going to compete my tail off, and that's what I love to do. I love the game, love to prepare, and so I think it'll put me in a good spot overall.
Yeah. So, speaking of competing, of course, there's going to be other quarterbacks here, and you're going to get on the field, and there's going to be one-on-ones, there's going to be individuals, there's going to be team drills, 2-minute drills. They're going to, the works when it comes to practice. Is there something in practice this week, and I'm sure you've watched Senior Bowl practices like throughout the years, like on NFL Network or wherever it is. Is there something that you're looking forward to the most in practice this week?
Yeah, I don't know. I think just the team settings for sure. Like that's football, like 11 on 11. The rest of it's great and all fun, but running a clean operation and communicating and making the right plays, like that's kind of like the goal of the game. So if I can operate well in those settings, like that's a win for sure. But yeah, like when kind of in those individual settings, for sure you want to kind of showcase yourself.
Now, did they send a playbook or anything to y'all a week in advance or a couple weeks in advance to start at least familiarizing a little bit with the terminology, since you got to call the play?
Yeah, for sure. A couple days before, Coach Scott Tolzien's our coordinator, and so he. We hopped on a Zoom Friday, and he sent over the playbook, which is fairly simple, with all the rules and stuff like that, and so pretty familiar with it, just kind of with what we're running and playing under center a little bit. So I'm excited.
All right,
what is Scott Tolzien?
Yeah, Scott.
So
Scott's great. So I was teammates with Scott in Green Bay for a little while, and he's been on the show multiple times. And so it's Scott's a great dude, man. You're gonna love him.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. Luke, you did mention Lane Kiffin there. You did start your career at Ole Miss. We're a Louisiana kind of LSU show. Yeah. So your thoughts on Lane Kiffin and maybe how you think he'll do at LSU?
Yeah, I think overall he'll tear it up, and he's such a good ball coach, man. He's taking Ole Miss to a place they've never been before, man, and that's all credit to him. I played for him for 2 years, and just the way he thinks out of the box. And it's so hard to, kind of pick up a tendency on. Is like he's as good as it gets from an X's and O standpoint offensively. The way he plays fast and kind of so explosive. So I think he'll tear it up. Great recruiter, obviously, and he'll get good players. And thankful for my time there. He taught me a lot of football. Certainly he's a quarterback guy, and I was grateful to be able to learn kind of how to push the ball down the field a little bit and kind of understand that side of the game, which was a great helpful tool for me. It really was. I learned a lot there at Ole Miss.
So, speaking of talking about Lane, and we just got through like this crazy portal season, right? Yeah. You seem like a pretty down-to-earth guy, like a guy that could have played like in our day when you got a $400 scholarship check every month. So how was the whole NIL world? Because it changes so much as a player trying to navigate that. You transferred once, but you were at Illinois for a decent amount of time. So how was that when you go into that as a player? Trying to figure out if you're going to do this, or you're going to do that, are you going to go in the portal, are you not? What was that world like? How was those conversations with your family? Did you have an agent? How did you navigate those waters and just stay focused on the job at hand?
It's tricky because it's the first time you're experiencing making a big adult decisions like that, with all the money that's being thrown around these days, and certainly there is. There's a lot of money being thrown around to these kids that are experiencing that for the first time, and their families experiencing that for the first time, and really these coaches experience it for the first time. So it's all new, and we're all figuring it out at once, and it happens really fast. So you gotta make good long-term decisions. It's easy to make these quick materialistic decisions that you can grab at. These money that may not set you up long-term in the right way. So I try to do that, in my situation, setting myself up long-term, doing the right thing, not being selfish. So it's tricky. Yeah, it is. It's a lot to be desired for out there, man. And but it's been a blessing. I'll say that for sure. I've tried to use it in the right way, and I think I have with the people helping me. So yeah, there's a lot of people helping me with family and agents and help me make good character decisions it's tricky out there, especially with all the tampering, and that's a real thing. So it's a crazy world of football. It needs probably some revision, a little bit.
I think so. Yeah, maybe a rule or two.
But it's good for us players, I'll tell you that. Yeah. And a lot of blessings,
Yeah, for sure.
Using them in the right way.
Yeah, we're just old, bitter, jealous guys. Our little scholarship check that we used to get. Luke, last one before we let you go. You are from Mississippi. You played at Illinois. Settle a debate between us. Football weather. Is it hot, humid, summer days, or is it what we saw in the AFC Championship game?
I mean, anybody can play in those hot weather games, man. Anybody can. It's you see in the AFC game yesterday, people started to struggle in that cold weather, and you're gonna play in the league and you're gonna play successful football. You're gonna play in those games, and that's the difficult one.
That's right.
Anybody can play.
Football was created up north, people.
For sure.
That's right.
100%.
He played for the Packers. I played for the Chargers. You can tell.
You get it.
Which one? Hey, Luke, man, we appreciate the time. Best of luck, and looking forward to watching this week.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, seriously, good luck. We'll be watching. Keep that mindset, too. It'll press in these meetings and stuff. Keep that mindset. You're going to do well.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Illinois quarterback Luke Altmeyer was good enough to join us. We know he's got a role. He's probably got 4 or 5 more interviews. He had the early schedule of interviews here today. We appreciate it, man. Look forward to watching you out at practice. And we talked about it, man. It's going to be a good group of quarterbacks out here, a lot of experienced guys, a lot of guys that have done it for a long time. And, look, he is somebody that kind of was a part of the Illinois program changing, right? They had their most success. We always talk about Indiana and what they did. Illinois also was winning games at a higher clip than they ever really have before. And Luke Altmeyer certainly a big part of that.
Yeah, they finished the season beating Tennessee.
Yeah.
In the Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl. So, obviously, a lot of success. And, man, I don't know. Did we just get spoiled on our first interview?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think we did. All right, so I think we're going to have one more coming up. So we're going to head and take a break here. And when we come back, we'll continue the interviews from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. And our coverage brought to you by First American Bank and Trust.
Off the bench.
All right, go to boudreauxelectrical.com. Once you go to the website, top right corner of the website is where you can get that free Generac quote. You go ahead and get that Generac going. Probably feeling pretty fat and cocky here the last couple days, knowing that you were going to be protected by that whole home generator. It's more power, it's more protection, and like we said, it is the ultimate peace of mind. So next time that you have any severe weather in your area, just know if you make that call to Boudreaux's, you have that whole home generator, then you are ready to go. As soon as the power goes out for everybody else, you hear the humming and you are ready. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Yeah, if you've called Boudreaux's Electrical this past year, since we've been telling you to do it, you're probably feeling a little cocky right now. People probably treating you a little differently around the neighborhood because, well, you might be the only one with the lights on, with the heater running in. My God, do we need it, because it is cold, cold, cold. If you haven't done it, maybe get that peace of mind yourself. BoudreauxElectrical.com. Start that free Generac quote today.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even JB could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of JB Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around the
With Hester and Flynn, live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB. We are live here from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. And, of course, our coverage brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. And I think that Matt Flynn might have scheduled our interviews here today. We've had two, and it's the second quarterback that we've had here on the show. Cole Payton, North Dakota State quarterback, joins us now.
There's no reason to talk to any other position. It's all about the quarterbacks, always.
Doesn't exist. There's not a fullback
not
here.
Not a fullback on the roster, bud.
Yeah, there's not one here, but it's okay. We got quarterbacks here. Cole, we appreciate your time. Thanks for hopping on with us. And we were talking a little bit before the show. You're training in Irvine, California, so you had to get here probably a little bit early to beat this crazy weather, right?
That's right. Yeah, we got in Friday night, so been here a while now, and it was nice just to settle in to ease into this week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you can make fun of us down south for this being crazy weather if you want to.
Yeah. You're kind of walking into this week with a big advantage because this is, like you were telling us before, this isn't cold to you, and this is just kind of normal weather, so you got an advantage.
Yeah, in Fargo, there's 2 feet of snow on the ground right now, and so
that's right.
All right, so you're coming from North Dakota State, and a lot of times, like if someone was coming from the FCS, like we would go through the whole small school, blah, blah, blah. Like for you in North Dakota State, like y'all don't feel that way because, I mean, y'all have gone against multiple FBS schools. Y'all have won those games. Y'all have won championships, and that's kind of the standard of what y'all's football program is.
Yeah, there's nothing intimidating about, coming in with and competing versus SEC guys, ACC guys, whatever it is. Like we've always had a chip on our shoulder, and we're looking to prove that we're the best. So that's always kind of been the mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how is so your season ends, and then what's your schedule been like leading up to this moment? I know you're probably combine training, speed, and all that stuff, but from a quarterback standpoint, like how are you preparing? Where are you training at?
Yeah, so down in Irvine, I'm working with a guy by the name of Jake Heaps. And so he worked with Will Howard last year. He helps, he's a high school football coach in Denver. And so the biggest thing for us is, obviously throwing a little bit, but interview prep, getting on the board, hammer me with the tough questions when we're going to meet with NFL teams, and then watching a bunch of film and learning the game. And so those are kind of the biggest things.
Do you have like your plays like kind of prep, because you're going to get asked like, hey, if you get cover 2, what's your you got to check, you got to cover 3, you have all those plays in your head. These are what I'm going to draw.
Exactly what we're doing.
Exactly. So, that's perfect.
Yep.
All right, so you're a guy who obviously is a dual-threat quarterback. I think you had over 130 rushes on the year. So, like, when you're in a setting like this, where I guess you have to kind of wait to the game maybe to kind of show exactly what you can do in the run game, like, how do you want to make sure teams see you? Is it like, okay, I can't maybe run practice, so let me make sure that I show them the arm? Or, like, how do you go into it knowing that there's a piece of your game that you can't fully show until the game?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the quarterback position, there's so much to it. And so, like, being a commanding presence in the huddle, understanding my assignment, understanding everyone else's assignments, and then just having fun and ripping it around the yard, I think this week will be huge. Yeah.
This is something that I'm really curious to talk to all the quarterbacks this week about. Is there's a big difference between the style of football in the NFL from a quarterback position than most or a lot of colleges. There's a lot more under center. There's a lot. We see some of the best NFL offenses are running 13 personnel, 21, 12 and most colleges are 11 personnel usually, and it's not. So I'm really curious to see, like, how was your offense in college? Did you do under center? And if not, is that something you're kind of trying to train right now and doing?
Yeah, so at NDSU, it was very much a pro style offense.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I have a sweatshirt that says, in fullbacks we trust.
I was going to say.
Yes, okay, fantastic. Well,
I was going to say, we don't have fullbacks here. I can call up a few fullbacks and get them down here from NDSU. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been fortunate enough to be immersed in that kind of system and get under center and run play action and keeper fakes and do it all. Do it all, really. Make checks at the line of scrimmage. We're huddling, and I know most teams in college don't even huddle, and so I definitely have an advantage.
Was this your snap count?
It was not.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Ironically, that was our silent cadence if it was super loud. But
right.
No, we used a verbal cadence.
I mean, that's gonna be a big advantage for you. We're not joking.
We joke about it a little bit, but it's like it for real.
To the line of scrimmage, to be commanding, to be able to point out the mic, to be able to get to a second play if you've got to kill a play, and to actually feel confident under the center. I mean, we just had Luke Altmeyer on, and I was telling him the story last year. The quarterbacks that were here, and some of those were first rounders, they couldn't practice because they kept fumbling under the center, and they had to stay after every single day of practice and try to get it. So, like, you coming in with that being a part of your offense is a big advantage.
No doubt, yeah. I mean, it's a big reason why I stayed at NDSU for 5 years and wanted to go there in the first place because of not only the success but that pro style effect.
Yeah. Did you grow up a fan of anybody? Any NFL team?
So being from Omaha, Nebraska, I grew up a Husker fan. for college, and then when it comes to the NFL, I'm a Bears fan.
All right.
Just my dad was growing up in the '80s.
Yeah.
When they were good,
there you go.
So
there you go.
You know, big Walter Payton fans, and so yeah.
There you go. You lose that fandom real quick though. Whenever you get selected, you hear your name called by somebody else. I grew up a Cowboy. I grew up a Cowboys fan. I hated the Cowboys after I went to Green Bay and was like, nah, it's not. Cowboys aren't it anymore. But what are you looking forward to most? So you're doing all this training. You're at the end of the day, you're competing against these other quarterbacks. Yep. Of course, you're going to be friends with them. They're great dudes and everything, but it's everything you do from here on out's a competition, right? What are you looking forward to the most? I'm sure you've watched combine practices before, like on NFL Network or whatever it is. What are you looking forward to most in these practices to really show your skill set?
I think exactly what you said. It's just compete and show that I'm the best at the end of the day. Obviously, you know, connect with some guys, learn and grow and improve, but compete for sure.
Yeah.
Did you have any conversations with any of your former North Dakota State teammates? Because there's been a ton here. Every year there's at least one or two that have come to the game and actually, you know, been drafted. Did you have any conversation with them, maybe what to expect this week?
A little bit, yeah. So working or being a teammate of Gray Zabels. You know, Gray was here last year. He was only a year older than me, and so got pretty close with him at ESU, and then so we actually are. He also trained in Irvine with the same agency, and so we've got a connection there. And so I've been in contact with Gray about a lot of different things. And so he's been a great help, and been rooting for him this season. They've been doing well. The Seahawks.
Yeah, he had a really nice individual season as well.
Yeah, Gray's been a great resource. So.
The hold on.
dare you.
I got distracted by someone sending coffee over there. We hadn't had coffee yet this morning.
So you mentioned you grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. We were talking a little bit beforehand. You've gone to the College World Series a time or two. Do you have maybe a favorite memory? Because I was telling you, obviously being LSU related here, Omaha is something our fan base certainly appreciates. LSU was able to win it last year in Omaha. You got any memories that stick out of your time growing up going to the College World Series?
I do, yeah, and this is going to throw it back a little bit. I remember going to the College World Series before it was at, TD Ameritrade Charles Schwab. It was at Rosenblatt.
That's right.
By the zoo, and I remember we were sitting in the outfield. I think South Carolina was playing somebody, and we were sitting in right field, and on the first row, and I was probably 10 years old.
Yeah.
And my buddy and I were messing around. And I had a baseball cap on, and it fell onto the field. And I remember the right fielder, I can't remember who it was, came over and grabbed my hat and gave it back to me. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, because I went from this moment of total embarrassment, and then this star right fielder, grabbing my hat, and so I'll never forget that. And that was at Rosenblatt.
It was.
You're kind of a big deal.
I wonder if that was when South Carolina won back-to-back. I bet it was. I bet it was during that run they made, and I bet it was Jackie Bradley.
It was.
Is that who it was?
I think it was Jackie Bradley. Yeah.
Yep. So it turned out to be a big leaguer for a long time. So that's cool. That's cool. You got the moment.
Out.
Yeah.
I feel like I know. I'm hoping there's an answer you're going to give me to this. This is a question we like to ask. We can't deal with kids now in college. We're getting old now. Football movies. Have you ever seen the movie Varsity Blues?
I have.
You have?
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go, Cole.
So
you're going to crush this week. You're going to absolutely crush this week.
So the first time I saw that was last year, actually.
Okay, all right.
And
doesn't matter when you saw it, you've seen it.
So Tim Polasek, our head coach at NDSU, he threw it on the TV in the buses when we bussed down to, I think we were playing South Dakota last year. And great movie. That was awesome.
Yeah. How bad y'all beat them, obviously. Probably crushed them.
We've asked that for a year and a half, and you're the first person to get the answer. Right.
It's unbelievable.
Yes, it is unbelievable, the guys that have not seen that movie. So you're A-okay in our book. We're going to be rooting for you. We were before, but even more so now.
I'll take you first right now.
Hey, man, we appreciate your time, Cole. Best of luck. Enjoy this week, man, and make the most of it.
Really appreciate it. Good luck.
Go crush it.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
All right, we will step away. More OTB when we come back here. I almost said live from the Raising Cane studio. We are out of the studio. We are boots on the ground here at the Panini Senior Bowl. More coverage coming your way.
Off the bench.
All right, go check out our friends over at First American Bank and Trust. You can go to their website, and it's FABT.com. And they are, well, one of the reasons why we're here. They are floating this trip for us to be here at the Panini Senior Bowl, and you can go check them out again online and kind of do everything online banking. You can check out all they can do for you, personal business banking and loans. We always talk about it, right? The decisions are made here locally in Baton Rouge, not on the north east portion of the country, not in the West Coast, not in the Midwest, no, right here locally, and they've been doing it since 1910. All right, so you don't do anything for that long, certainly not in the banking business that long unless you're doing things the right way and you're there for your customers. FABT.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email LockeMeredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Altmeyer, Sean Fagan and Associates.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
This new year, Hood Dental wants you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays, a $376 value. With over 3,000 5-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care, Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And for January only, save 15% up to $150 on restorative treatment. Schedule today at hooddentalcare.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate.
Now, back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB, and again, we are live here, Mobile, Alabama, Panini Senior Bowl. And shout out to you, First American Bank and Trust, for helping us get here.
There we go.
Hang out, cover practice, and get QB1 throwing finger points at you.
Yeah, it happened. It's not won't be the last time. I blacked out a little bit. I did. I thought so. We hadn't had coffee all morning, so they don't have coffee. Someone yelled over here. Nope. I don't know what they yelled. I thought they yelled coffee, and you know me. It's a medical condition, okay? I get distracted. I looked over there, and I was like, well, we're still in an interview. And he got done answering your question, and I was like, I got nothing for you. Pew, pew, over there, bud.
The best part was you tried.
I was like, come on.
Your brain.
I was like, come on, improv classes, kick in.
It was smoking, and you were trying to go,
nope.
He said nope and pointed at me. I bet that's the first time that Cole has ever done an interview that the co-host said nope and finger.
I ain't got nothing for you, kid. Because I'd already asked him like some of my questions I got written down here, so I didn't want to like re-ask like, hey, what are you looking forward to the most? So I had nothing. We saved it though. Yeah. He's seen Varsity Blues.
That's true. That's true.
So
and then let's see,
kind of a big deal.
Tay did the research and he said that they beat South Dakota 51-13 that day. So
they beat them.
Yeah, North Dakota State beat them 51-13.
Who we played tonight? Well, South Dakota State.
So it were.
Sorry about it.
Tonight we play
I love that, dude. The coach putting it on.
Yeah.
Do you think he put like the made-for-TV version?
No.
So they're on those like little tiny bus.
On a bus.
Greyhound TVs. Hey, it's not the most ideal way to watch Varsity Blues, but better than nothing.
Yeah, he's seen it. So
good for them. He got excited too. He smiled when I asked that question.
He did. He did. So we've asked a lot of quarterbacks through media days. I bet Luke Altmeyer's seen it, though. He had a very I've seen Varsity Blues feel to him.
Yeah, well, we'll try to catch him when he's walking back through here.
Hey,
Luke,
Luke, you seen Varsity Blues?
Yep.
Nope. Okay.
No, okay, we're good.
Yep.
Next. We'll report, though, when we see him. We'll see him probably roaming the halls again. We'll get that question answered. And so I promise you, I will not make that mistake again and forget to ask.
So we are going to – so our plan here this week is to obviously, as we mentioned in the first segment, catch up with every LSU player. But also we wanted to catch up with every quarterback as well. So we've got two of those guys that we had a conversation with, Luke Altmeyer from Illinois and then Cole Payton there from NDSU. But if we go back to Luke Altmeyer, he did mention Lane Kiffin. And gave a pretty good endorsement there of his time with Lane Kiffin. And just so you're wondering, we also talked, off air, and it was the same thing. So that was a genuine, comment.
We did not give him a script.
We did not, but yeah, he said like off air, he's like, yeah, he's going to crush it there.
Yeah.
It's like that guy with quarterbacks and his offense and how he teaches quarterbacks. And so, I don't know that every Ole Miss player here that we interview, if we end up talking with them, will, just because they probably are still hurt, whatever, feel the burn. That's somebody that's been removed from it and talked about his appreciation for what Lane Kiffin has done in his career.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty common, like what he talked about, Lane, was pretty common. It's like when I ask anybody we talk to says the same thing. He's a really great coach. He's a really great coach. He's, off the field, not like your normal person coach, whatever it is, but like a great coach. And we've seen it everywhere he's been, the development of quarterbacks that we've seen. And, we're talking to a former quarterback of his who obviously went on to another school and had a lot of success. And Luke Altmeyer is here at the Senior Bowl. And I like Luke a lot. I like Cole a lot, too. These two guys, just from a personality standpoint, certainly different personalities. I felt like me and Luke were a little kindred spirits a little bit. Yeah. Cole seemed like a tough, nasty, like –
a little Ivan Drago
he looked like, I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm here to whip your ass.
Yeah.
That's what he looked – that's the aura that I got from him. So excited to see – both those guys. And, I've heard the name Luke Altmeyer a little bit more than Cole Payton, but I'm excited to see both of these guys compete. I like it. And shockingly, the first two quarterbacks that we've talked to said they have a lot of experience under center.
Yeah.
That's not normal for college football this day and age.
No. And Cole Payton being from NDSU.
Yep. I wish I would have known that a little bit more.
Oh, dude, they will run multiple fullbacks. Last year or 2 years ago, they had a play where they had 4 fullbacks in on the goal line.
What was that person?
So they're not afraid to run a fullback. God. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, he's going to have an advantage. Like, guys that
– You really do.
Think about, like, you master your craft. You know, you think so being a college football player, even though you have no idea what's to come. But you think you're a master of it, and all of a sudden they're like, oh no, see, we don't do that here.
Right.
We'll do some of it a little bit, like on sub downs. We'll do some of that, but for the most part, you're actually going to completely change. Like that drop that you used to take, now that's out.
That's
that
done.
little clap that's
Dude,
out.
Let me tell you that so when I asked Cole just now if this was a snap count, and I clapped and he laughed.
He did laugh.
And like a negative, like disparaging way towards the clap count. I hope he has a 50-year NFL career because of that. Like I became a fan of his because he laughed at the clap count, because LSU's going to do it next year. I got it. But, and this isn't just about LSU, it's about everybody. The clap count is dumb, and it's the worst. And I don't understand the point of it. Anyway.
It's okay. We are on a mission to make sure everybody knows it.
We're going to tell them. Yeah. Let the people know.
And a guy like Cole Payton's going to do well, I think, this week because of it. While we have some time, I want to remind you that there's going to be 3 LSU players here. I'm trying to look for anybody, see if we can get any word on, well, that too. A.J. Halsey and Jack Pyburn, and why they're not here. But we are going to catch up with all 3 LSU players during this week. And, again, it's going to be kind of interview here, interview there. You don't really know when you're going to have one. So, from segment to segment, Flynn.
Yeah, we're just going to be bouncing around.
Get
it's
your
okay.
notes ready.
Oh, dude. It's kind of weird when they come up to the table and clearly they don't know us. We don't know them. And I'm sitting here Googling them right here. I got like their Wikipedia page up and they're just staring at it. And I'm like, yeah, that's me trying to learn who you are real quick in the next
like
30.
A subtle way, like you just pull up.
Well, I started doing it. I just put it down. I just did it on my phone. But then it looked like I was texting in front of them. I didn't want to be rude.
It's okay. I'd look. If you're doing a deep dive into NDSU football, you're a sicko like me.
Yeah, I know.
So
41 personnel? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
not running backs.
Well, yeah, because it was no running backs. It was all fullbacks and 1 tight end. So, yeah, 41. The way the good Lord intended. Cole Payton last year did throw for 2,700 yards, completed 72% of his passes. Now, he only had 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but he also ran for 777 yards. 13 touchdowns on the ground.
700 yards.
Yeah, and that's taking sack yardage away as well.
Yeah.
In college football. So he took 22 sacks, minus 124 yards. So we're talking about basically a 900-yard rusher in college. So I did like his answer for, because you can't show the entire skill set here when you're a dual threat quarterback. Like, you're not going to go out there and run Q power at practice. And if you do, it's tag off, and you're not going to be able to. So he realized that. And he's like, hey, I want to go spin it around. I want to go show. Like, I think they know I can run the football. I need to go show that I can do it with my arm. So
yeah, there's always something that these quarterbacks are. That's why I'm asking. I'm like, what are you looking forward to most? Because if you want to show that you can spin it, then there's times to do that. There's one-on-one. There's individual drills, 7-on-7. So there's always different drills that, as a quarterback, I always used to love 7-on-7s. All quarterbacks do. One-on-ones, fantastic. It's awesome to watch from a quarterback and corner standpoint, corner and receiver standpoint, but it's a huge deal for the quarterback as well. Throwing guys open, it's a great time to show that you got like the back shoulder throw in your repertoire, the low and away shoulder, the high ball, the throw to only where your guy can get it type guy, because you're going to get covered.
Off the bench.
Yep.
Well, go to K to Z. KTOZBlinds.com.
I was done anyway.
Yeah, he was. He maxed out. He just went, whoo. KTZBlinds.com is the website. And always remember, you can have Brandon Barton and team come out to your space, know your space, learn your space, change your space in just a matter of minutes. They've done it for me. They can do it for you as well. That's interior and outdoor living. So if you need drapes, if you need blinds, shutters, like whatever it is, motorized outdoor screens, they have got you covered from every single angle. You think that guy's got the coffee?
Yeah,
I think it's
so.
a lot of coffee. Okay, go to KTZBlinds.com.
Sorry, KTZBlinds.com. K to Z Interiors, outdoor living, interior, outdoor, whatever it is. K to Z Interiors and outdoor, they will help you build your ideal living space. Brandon Barton and company, they will come in, check your space, see exactly what you need, and get you ready to roll. That's KTZBlinds.com.
I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here, helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, January 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 39. In hour two of today's show, we'll talk about LSU landing left tackle Jordan Seaton in the portal over the weekend, and we'll give you a Super Bowl preview between the Seahawks and Patriots. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number two of Off the Bench, live from the Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama, brought to you by First American Bank and Trust, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour two of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studio.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB, and we are live here in Mobile, Alabama. Thanks to First American Bank and Trust. FABT.com is the website, FABT.com. All right, so the show did get going pretty fast there.
Yeah.
We had two
high flying.
We had Luke Altmeyer and Cole Payton, a couple of quarterbacks here in this year's Senior Bowl. But just because we didn't get a chance to get the show started, I still want to remind you about our friends over at GoFlow IV Spa. GoFlowIV.com is the website right off of Jefferson in Baton Rouge. And so if you're feeling a little under the weather, or if you just want to make sure that you don't feel under the weather, you go see our friends over at GoFlow.
Yeah, go check them out, GoFlow IV. If you've never had a little IV therapy, a little IV treatment, man, go treat yourself. I know, I get it. It's little, it might be a little ice on the road. Maybe today's not the day, but go see them soon. With all this weather change, sniffle season's around, so boost your immune system. A little Myers cocktail, get hydrated, get vitamized, straight to the veins, works immediately. Go check them out right there. on Jefferson Highway. Go Flow IV, goflowiv.spa.com.
All right, so one of the big things, and it happened after we got off air on Friday, obviously, Jordan Seaton.
Obviously.
Always and forever. The #1 offensive lineman in the portal, one of the top players overall in the transfer portal, is now signed with the LSU Tigers. And, we had
he
hopes.
got over here.
Get over here. How's that?
It was pretty good, actually.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Legit.
He is going to be the anchor of the offensive line, and we went around the room right before the portal opened up, and we all gave a position that we wanted and needed to see LSU thrive at when adding players in the portal. And I don't remember which order we went in, but we said quarterback, offensive line, edge rusher, and I think somebody said receiver. If I'm not, because at the time you didn't have any. I'd say check, 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 and check. You got the #1 edge, the #1 offensive lineman, the
Offensive line, you go check
and
plus.
A lot check. That's right, check plus with the 5-star plus, and then you've got like 97 receivers. So for what we were talking about, like wanting to see LSU do in the portal to what they got in the portal, I know you got to play ball. I know a ball has not been snapped yet, but for the needs that you had in the portal, it could not have gone better for LSU.
800-foot home run lane hit with this portal class. And so the recruiting they did, the job that they did, not taking no for an answer a lot.
Yes, very true.
People leaving town and Lane getting on a plane.
Yeah. Hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah, kudos to the private jet fuel team of keeping the plane fueled up, ready to roll at all times. Kudos to the pilots, the plane itself. Kudos to Lane for taking those necessary steps and doing whatever, literally whatever it took to get the people that they identified as who they wanted. They identified a quarterback, got it. They identified lineman, they got it. They identified all these players, and they got them.
Yeah.
No matter what it took. Dollar figures, the recruiting, the message that they were sending, the game plan, what they presented to them, on how they fit into the team, what kind of system they were going to run, all these things, it all worked out. And absolute dinger of a home run by Lane Kiffin and his staff, because, man, they not only filled the needs, but they filled with the best. I think, 3 of the top 5 kids in the transfer portal class.
#1, 3, and 4 overall.
Yeah, pretty decent. Don't know what happened to #2, but whatever.
Cam Coleman, receiver, went to Texas.
Well, he probably saw that we had 38 receivers. We got a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I bet somewhere in there are some good ones.
So let's go over kind of what LSU was able to do. Okay, so you didn't have a scholarship quarterback, and now you have 3. You go, you get your starter, a guy in Sam Levitt that's been to the playoff, and that wasn't going to be enough because you still had other needs. You go get Longstreet from USC, somebody that hasn't played but highly touted and has had some action, and you see a bright future for him. And then you go get a quarterback from the FCS level that has had a lot of success on the field a year ago. So you get a little bit of everything, so that's how you rebuild the quarterback room. And then for the running back room, well, you retain your players. You get Harlan Berry, you get Caden Durham to come back for another year at LSU. And those are 2 players that I think were underutilized. They couldn't really show their talents behind the scheme and all the situation we talked about with the offensive front in front of them. For both of those players to still average over 4.5 yards per carry, I tip my cap to them, because I don't know where to tell them to run on the film that we watch. And then now you bring in a bunch of receivers as well. You bring in multiple tight ends. You bring in multiple offensive linemen, including the top offensive lineman. And so, yeah, it's bringing players in. It's the retention that you had at the running back position. Now, to play devil's advocate, there's going to be a lot of new, and you got to try to figure out how to integrate all the new and how that's going to work together, and you got to get everybody up to speed pretty quickly here. Now, it is not like when we played, where we don't have the option and ability to get onto the field, during this time of year. They can actually go out there. They can meet. They can be, I think it's twice a week maybe. They can go through what we would consider kind of OTA-ish, mini camp-ish type situation, where we didn't have that. We had
there's actual rules they have to follow?
Yeah, they do, but they're way more lenient than what we had.
My God. Well, yeah. Who's enforcing these rules, though?
I don't know who's in charge. That's a silly question.
I know. Nobody knows who's in charge.
So they at least can get time on task with the new offense.
Yeah, and that's the trickiest part with all this turnover, new guys, new faces, is how you integrate them into your program, into your system, teach them the culture. But everybody's new. The whole coaching staff is new, so everybody's learning together. So, look, just to reemphasize, Lane Kiffin and his staff, they go out. They find the best available. They get the best available. Some of that best available was already wearing an LSU helmet, and they retained it. And some of the biggest moves that were made in the portal were retaining a lot of these guys. And
certainly on defense,
and look,
those
guys are, if you keep them out of the portal or you sign them back from in the portal, even though they played on LSU last year, we all know in college football, you're on one-year deals. These are one-year free agent deals. And just because they didn't enter the portal doesn't mean that they finished the season and said, oh, yeah, I'm coming back for sure no matter what. I bleed purple and gold. No, you had to recruit them to keep them out of the portal. So that is a win in and of itself. So before we even signed our first person from another school, some of the biggest moves were made by retaining. And talk about Caden Durham and Harlan Berry. Like, I'm so excited to see what these guys can do in this Lane Kiffin offense with real run plays, with great quarterback play, with a great system in place. Because last year this time, we talked about Caden Durham like we're talking about Harlan Berry. Like, he had that type of first year at LSU. Like, don't get it twisted. Caden Durham is a hell of a running back. Love his running style.
Offensive freshman in the league.
It's like just
2 years ago.
And he's had a great average per carry this year. He just didn't. He didn't have like some of the flashes I think that Harlan Berry kind of had, but those flashes come when big holes are presented in the running game, and that just wasn't presented a lot. So excited to see what both these guys can do, because we got two war daddies, I think, at running back that can really you look at what Lacey did up in Ole Miss this year. I think that they can do that plus. That's how much I believe in those two.
So you get Jace Brown from Kansas State at receiver. You get Trey Wilson from Florida at receiver. You get Watkins from Ole Miss. You get Trey Brown from ODU. I mean, the list goes on and on. You get Jackson Harris. I know a lot of people are excited about him coming over from Hawaii. So you're going to have candidates, and they're all a little bit different. For Jackson Harris, he is 6'3", 200 pounds. Trey Brown, 6'2", 185 pounds. Watkins is a 5'9" guy. All right. Trey Wilson, a 5'10" guy. So you've got a little bit of mixture of everything. Kind of Jace Brown's like that in between. He's 6'1", 170. So you got a little bit of everything, too. You didn't just get like a bunch of, what Jordan call them for the Saints? The little receivers?
Little boys. No, small boys.
Small boys. Yeah, small boys. At receivers, what Jordan called them the other day for the Saints. No, you got a little bit of a mixture of everything. And so, like, for the defense, it's a lot of familiar faces. It's a lot of guys that you know because they were here a year ago. And so you did a great job retaining players over there. Now, you did add, and we'll get to the defense a little bit later on, but this offense is completely revamped. It is going to be all new. Now, again, having all of that gel and mesh together, we'll see how that plays out. The tight end position is going to be one that I am going to be watching. Malachi Thomas, you get him over from Pitt. And the tight end position is, I think, crucial in the Lane Kiffin, Charlie Weiss Jr. offense. Like, you're going to be asked to make plays time and time again. You go back to the LSU game, and the tight end might have been the difference in the game. Like, you go to the Georgia game, tight end might have been the difference in that game. And so tight end is not going to be just used as a blocker. He's not going to be used just as a receiver. And like, you got Trey Green, you got the X factor at tight end, but you're going to need other players to step up. And Malachi Thomas coming over from Pitt, 6'4". Now he's not a 260-pound tight end. I mean, he's like 215, 220 type tight end. So I guess the one question, if you do want to get a little bit of a bruiser at the tight end position, like, how's that going to play out for LSU? And you got some other guys, obviously, you recruited coming out of high school that are in the through the ranks and on the roster right now too.
Yeah, we talked about, like, you can tell what somebody's building by the tools that they own, the tools that they buy, and certainly they bought all sorts of tools in this transfer portal, but we saw the tight ends, we saw the running backs. We see what he wants to do. Lane Kiffin wants to run the ball. Now, it might look like a spread. It might look like he's trying to spread it out and throw it every down and go fast, and faster the better. But they want to run the football. But, man, I'm so excited to see what this Lane Kiffin offense can do with Trey Desgreed. You talk about the tight end, but let's be honest, he's a receiver, right? Yeah. He's basically a receiver. He's just a big body.
Now he's willing, he'll try.
Yeah, he's willing. He's willing. Not necessarily
try to put his face in there and block and do the thing.
And that's really all you got to do.
Yeah. But no, it's never going to be the thing on the highlight tape that starts the highlight.
No. It's not going to be those highlights we see of George Kittle, just rolling people in the box or anything, but he's a receiver and a damn good one. So I'm so excited, what a weapon to have for an offense and any quarterback. It had to be one of the big selling points for the 3 quarterbacks that ended up deciding to come here, because you give somebody like that a target and say, you think, how many touchdowns can you have in the red zone with this guy in the repertoire? Look what we did at Ole Miss with these small boys at tight end.
You look at Ole Miss last year, and they threw the ball 523 times. They ran the ball 576 times. So to Matt's point, to the point we make all the time, they go fast. It is NASCAR pace, but they want to run the football more than they do anything else, and their offense is set up through running the football. So excited for that. And also you have a quarterback who can run the football. That's something that you didn't have over the last couple of years. And, look, you can win games without it. But in this offense, Trinidad Chambliss last year, 133 carries, 527 yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground. So it is going to be a lot of Q runs as well. Some design, some because the play breaks down and you got a guy that can go make you a first down. All right, we'll take a break. More on LSU, kind of the portal class, and hopefully we can catch up with some of the LSU guys. I know obviously throughout the week we'll have that for you, but like I said, it's kind of in and out a little bit. We'll see what the next wave of players looks like, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at Gulf Coast Office Products. They are the #1, without a doubt, office supply in Baton Rouge. It's not really close, and really you can extend it past Baton Rouge. It is the Gulf South, in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, in Mandeville, in Lafayette. They've got offices in every city that we just mentioned there. They are the official partner of the Saints, of the Pelicans, of the Tigers, of the Raging Cajuns. And look, as you know, it's not just about documents anymore. It's about managing and hosting the information your company needs to grow and thrive in the years ahead. So if you're engineering, law firm, university, bank, hospital, whatever it might be, when you need a document, you need Gulf Coast Office Products.
That's right. When the printers stop or the copiers jam, it slows everything down. Business comes to a halt. That's where Gulf Coast Office Products comes in. Louisiana's leader in office technology for over 40 years. They've kept people in businesses just like yours running smoothly. Copiers, printers, managed IT services. If you want to have your office running smoothly, go get Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgout.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile. Presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB, and we are live here from Mobile, Alabama. And our coverage brought to you this week by First American Bank and Trust. And I always want to remind you, if you're looking for a fresh start this spring, Oshner Eat Fit is bringing back alcohol-free for 40. A simple 40-day reset designed to help you sleep better, boost your energy, and feel your best. This isn't about giving up anything forever. It's just about seeing how your body responds when you take a break and let it recharge. When you sign up, you'll get access to pre- and post-challenge metrics like body comps, blood pressure, so you can basically see the changes over 40 days. Participants often report better sleep, clearer skin, more focus, and a brighter mood, sometimes in just the first couple of weeks. Registration is now open. You can learn more and sign up at alcoholfreefor40.com and hit reset with Oshner Eat Fit. Again, that is alcoholfreefor40.com. All right, we are here again at the Panini Senior Bowl. It's a big week for all of these players out there trying to achieve their dream of playing in the National Football League, and it is a wrecking. It's hard to explain, because you're excited for the opportunity, but your nerves are at an all-time high. I think because you understand what's at stake.
Yep.
And so, you're excited to be here, but it's you don't want to make the mistake. And so, everything is heightened in every drill. So, the players that usually perform best here just forget about where they're at, what it is, and just go out there and do what they've done their whole life, which is just play football at a very high level. It's easier said than done.
Yep. This is the moment that they're probably the most nervous coming into it. It's kind of like before a big game, right? The lead up, the build up's always from a nerve standpoint, the worst part. But once they get on the practice field, someone asked me this yesterday, and I can't remember. They're asking, how did you handle the nerves in a big game, with the crowd noise and all this stuff happening? I'm like, well, as a quarterback, you don't get a lot of contact, of course, but I always like to get hit on the first drive, because once I got hit, it was all right, this is a football game. There's a lot of stuff happening before the game, the lead up, the media coverage. There's a lot of people in the stands. But at the end of the day, once you get hit, you're all right, I'm in a football game. This is a football game. I've done this. I'm good at this. So let me go compete now, and I can kind of forget about everything else. That's going to be the same way with these kids this week. There's a lot of buildup. There's a lot of nerves. They've been training for this. They've been thinking about this their whole lives. But once they step on the practice field and practice starts, and they're like, oh, okay, I got to hit a bag now. I got to do a one-on-one. I got to take a center quarterback exchange rep. Like, once they get in, that's going to be their comfort zone. It's doing all this stuff that's out of the comfort zone, having to come do, you know, the media obligations. They're going to be in interviews. They're going to be in meetings for the most part. Most of the time is going to be in a meeting room, and they're going to be breakout sessions with different teams, how you handle it. But they have to get used to being uncomfortable, and they have to get used for the next 6 months of their lives. Every move they make is going to determine whether they get the real opportunity to play in the NFL, and especially at a long-term rate. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be What's happening? How are you? Good to see you.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good to see you. Absolutely, I appreciate it.
That's right. Hey, that's right. Hey, you're the head man this week, huh? The head man this week.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah.
Like doing the OC last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say we're on. You can say hello to the fine people in Louisiana. Joel Thomas is going to be the head coach here this week at the Senior Bowl. Joins us now.
Who dat?
What's up?
Who dat? Let's go.
How we doing,
How's
man?
everybody doing?
Doing well.
Great.
Glad to have you on. Saints well represented this week.
Yeah. No, we between myself, Peter, Scott, as coordinators, and we got a couple of assistants as well.
Yeah.
Really excited for the opportunity to get out here and evaluate this upcoming draft talent.
Yeah, man, its season ended well for the Saints as well, going out there and, you know, Tyler Shuck playing well, all the veteran players too out there, and Cam playing well. Found the youth there at the end of the season.
I tell you what, it's been being around Cam 10 years total here with the Saints. It was one of the most impressive seasons I've seen from him. I mean, just the way him and DeMario, the way they led, the way they performed, the way they went out, and they brought this team along. Yeah. And really excited for what's going on in the future. Obviously, you mentioned Tyler. I think we found the right guy.
Yeah, you think
so?
Yeah.
You know, the cool thing is, I think it was like 5 or 6 of the rookies this year. They were here in Mobile a year ago. Like I had Devin Neal hands-on. I got good experience with him. Obviously, playing against Sanker, Tyler on the other team. So really, really great exposure.
Yeah.
It's one of the coolest things I saw this season, like in all the NFL, was some of the post-game, the Saints post-game, I'm going to say speeches by Kellen Moore, but just everybody talking, giving the game balls out. That, like, even bad stuff happening, not the best results earlier in the year, but the way y'all finished up, and to keep that mindset, especially with the veterans there, like the veterans staying in it and leading the way, man, those are some cool moments. Y'all had some really good moments in that locker room.
I tell you what, I can't agree with you more there. It's a mindset mentality. It's one that everything's not going to go your way. You got to keep the. You know, you guys have all been a part of sports and whatever level, but if you start to listen to what's going on in the outside noise, that pulls away from your team and your group. And I think our group did a good job. I think Kellen did an excellent job as far as keeping us focused. Hey, it is what it is. Whatever happened, let's deal with it, and let's keep on forging forward. Like, you talk about great moments, like when we beat Carolina at home. I was playing with 2 guys that weren't on the roster. You know, they weren't active until the month of November. And you just, you know, as a coach, that's why I was so proud of just our group, our team. They didn't care who was out there. They battled, and we found a way to win a game. And, you know, that's why you get into it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
no question.
Those scenes are great. I was like beating my chest just watching those clips of it. So that was great.
So we got to do it more.
Yeah, just a few more. That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that y'all, you know, treat the Senior Bowl like y'all do. And the Saints are always represented as well as anybody. And look, you're the closest team. I get that. But still, just what you can learn. And you talked about, like, you got to work hands-on with a guy that y'all selected last year. What do you look for? You're going to be the head coach this week. Like, what are you looking for maybe in potential guys that y'all are going to draft?
Well, my goal is obviously to float around the entire team and get uncomfortable, like not just be around the running backs or be around the offense.
Yeah.
Personally, that's my goal as far as a personal goal there. But then at the same time, trying to find the right DNA, the right fit. Obviously, the athletic talents, that's the stuff we watch on film and evaluate. But you don't get that all the time on film as far as like the grit, the pit bull mentality. They love football.
Right.
They love football. And we've all been around guys that are great at football. They like football.
Right.
So we got to find the ones that love it. They're willing to do everything they can possibly to go help us win games and make the Saints better. And if we can come away from this evaluation and find guys that are going to make us better, we win.
There you go.
Yep.
So, Coach, how much you have a week with these guys? So, being the head coach for one of the teams, how much do y'all put in from an X's and O's standpoint? It's got to be pretty basic, right? Because is it a wristband type situation? How do they learn everything quickly? I know it's a lot of meeting time.
Yeah,
so it's got to be. Yeah.
Actually, I did last night. I presented to him. I go, listen. I showed him the final play of last year's game, throw to Jack Besh.
Yeah.
Then I go, I know a game plan can come together and have a winning formula. However, we have 9 hours of meeting time and 6 hours of practice, maybe a little bit less. So it's not a lot of meeting time when you're talking about it.
9 hours. That's not as much as I thought there would be.
It feels like it.
Right,
we're here for a week. But the main deal is we have the same plays. It's just the language. We're all just trying to get on the right page. So, whether it's the one word on the offensively to make it simple for everybody, something tell you to the right, something tell you to the left, and we're good to go. But we just try to dumb it down. The quarterbacks, they drive this thing. Fortunately, one of these quarterbacks I've known since he's about 6 years old.
Okay.
Cool. With Nuss.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, of course.
Doug, teammates in college. We worked together at Washington. So these quarterbacks will drive it pretty well. And obviously we're trying to figure out who fits where and roll from there. But we try not to make it overcomplicated, put them in a few stressful situations, mainly more in practice, and then maybe dial up a couple trip plays for the game.
I love a week like this for a guy like Garrett Nussmeier, though, because we know what Garrett's all about. We've seen tape of Garrett go throw for 4,000 yards in the SEC, and things didn't go their way as a team this year. There's a lot of different reasons, but this is a week where Garrett can come in here and show the country, what he's all about. And like I said, he's thrown for 4,000 yards in an SEC season, and this is a great opportunity for him to go out there and shine. And I don't think any of us are going to act like he's not going to crush all the other parts of it, like the interviews and all the other stuff.
Yeah. No, and this is for all these guys here. It doesn't matter how you got here.
Yeah,
you're here. You could be from Bemidji State, up in Minnesota. You could be from LSU. You could be from Washington. It doesn't matter. You're here. And last I checked, I saw a stat: 99% of the participants last year were drafted or they were signed free agents. So it's a good chance this is the future of our class. The guys that aren't here, obviously, they got opportunities as well. But Garrett, once again, it's the next chapter. Right. We get him. It's our first NFL experience that's driven. Obviously, college, it's a whole nother game as far as money and all that stuff. But different ball, different dimensions on the field, all this stuff. It's the first NFL. Hey, let's go play and find out what you're about.
Yeah, we're excited because, like we say, we of course, LSU guys, we want them. We're cheering on them always. And Nussmeier, we've seen the talent there. How much emphasis do y'all put on there's a lot of meeting time, not football meeting time, but meeting time with teams. It's the interview process, right? So as coaches, when y'all look at this, I know it's a combination of everything. I get that. But how much can you learn from a kid in that interview? Is it a 5-10 minute interview?
Well, the way they have it now, it's close to 20 minutes. Okay. And it's a little more than speed dating. But for myself as a coach, if I'm not coaching this game, it's my first interaction with the player. So all right, what's this guy about? What they're gonna say something.
Throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, and you try to find common ground to start off with, and now I'm to the point where I got players that are here that I've coached their coaches and everything. That's when you're starting to get up there. But I always enjoy it. This game keeps us young because we're always around the 22, 25-year-olds and all that stuff. So it's a great opening exposure for the players. And obviously, we're always trying to find the nugget, the one answer or something that's going to put them over the top or it's going to separate themselves from somebody else to, hey, maybe we need to go another direction. Yeah. And then obviously, can they play? Yeah. Can they make plays?
That's what they're trying to avoid, too, right? That's what they're training right now, too. Don't say anything stupid.
The thing is, we usually know the answer before they give us the answer.
That's very true.
Just want to see the reaction.
Do you get a chance to get them on the board at all in those 20 minutes? I know, when I was coming out, everything was a little bit different. Every team had a little bit different process. I remember old Jack Del Rio, he was trying to confuse me on the board. He wanted to see how much he could challenge me in pass protection. Not everybody gets you on the board. Is that by design? Is it how much time do we have? Is it maybe we have a question about a guy coming in, so we want to get that answered?
Well, part of the deal too now, a lot of these kids, it's all digital. It's all taught differently. Not necessarily, their coaches may not be on the board all the time. So you got to find out how they learn. I'm usually a video guy. Like, we'll pull up video. I'll have things pop up. Hey, tell me who the Sam, Mike, and Will are based off of strength and formation. I flip it. All right, tell me where they're at. See if they know how to flip it, or are they still calling it directional the way that we install it. Then you get into fronts. All right, what do you call this? What do you call that? Why do you do that? Call us out. So we're getting the same kind of response there. Like I've had guys that draw X's and O's very, very poorly. But they can run very well. So I'm not grading them on their penmanship, by all means.
Yeah. So. I was more penmanship guy,
You're a coach on the field.
As I see right there, you got pretty good handwriting. You pass. I'm going to draft you.
Right. Man, fronts and all that stuff. Yeah. Many teams don't run like as much odd front as like when we were playing. I swear everybody, like, it was in vogue.
That was the flavor.
Like, everybody loved odd fronts, and you had those guys rushing off the edge like a bat out of hell. Like, 3-4 backers.
Who's the Jack? Who's the Will? Who's the Sam? Who's the Rush? And then we make football complicated by everybody calls it something different.
That's true.
So
teams kind of got away from some of the odd front stuff though, because everybody on offense started to spread it out a little bit more 11 personnel, 12 still. Unfortunately, 21 personnel, 22 kind of has gone away.
You guys are unicorns. There's only a couple of y'all left.
I know.
I'm trying to bring one back. But.
Okay, hey, if they do, you heard it here first.
We always argue because he's like a number route guy, and I'm like a West Coast guy. So what? So when you get, I'm sure you're going to get an amalgamation of that. Like, you're going to get guys that are number system here. And it's like,
did you guys, would the run flip with the formation? So
call the run?
Yeah,
it would for me.
So it wasn't even as odds. It was running strong or weak. And it would flip. That blew my mind the first time I got around. I'm like, whoa, just right evens.
Right.
I got it.
Yeah. And then as you know, like, every code word gets bastardized, and like it starts as something, then it turns into
I've got
something else. I mean, when I played in Denver's offense, like, where Peyton Manning was our offense coordinator, basically he was. So like, he'd be on there, be like, we said this code word on a TV copy in 2001. I think they probably got it, so we got to change the code word. It's going to mean this week, and you're sitting there like, oh man, that military base was this 3 weeks ago, and now it's this week, and so it's the different offenses can be challenging.
They're the one I was in last year. It's called a NASCAR package. There were roughly 400 terms that either it was a run, a pass, a play action, include the protection and the formation.
Yep.
It was
some study time.
You needed more than 9 hours a week, for the most part.
That's so good.
I got to get right.
I know, Coach. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Awesome. We appreciate hollering at us for a couple of minutes. Best of luck this week, and we'll see you on the field.
Absolutely. Can't wait to get out there.
Absolutely. Right. You see, Flynn, they put the running back coaches in charge. That's who knows the most.
I get it.
And
a light. That's our fault.
Right. We are all good.
Okay.
Appreciate you, Coach.
See you, Coach. All right.
Did you save the Celsius? We saved it? All right, we're good. See you, Coach. That was fun.
That was great.
Yeah. I mean,
he was coaching there when I was with the Saints.
Yeah, he noticed you. He recognized you.
Mustache.
Well, he judged you for that. But he did say he listens to the show.
Did he?
You didn't hear him at the beginning?
Not a big deal.
He said, hey, I listen to y'all sometimes. Well, I did at the back end of the season when it was going well.
Yeah, we didn't. We just call it like we see it. Sometimes you might not like it. Sometimes
you appreciate that. He knew.
Yeah. Sometimes you might kind of like it.
Look, guys, and I know, like, we offered him, like, we're like, hey, you guys, headset, like, I know he's in front of the camera, but the audio is the audio. And so, yeah, you saw the back of his jacket, but
sorry, guys.
He's the head coach this week.
It's a nice jacket.
Like, hey, sit down.
It's a nice jacket.
So you saw the back of his jacket. That was
good dude. He's been doing it a long time. Yeah. Really good coach, really good person, and has always been very highly respected from all NFL folks. So excited to see what he can do. Great opportunity for him as a coach too, to have the experience. Scott Tolzien being a quarterback coach, getting a chance to be a coordinator for a week. It's a good auditioning tape for them as well, as they look to continue their coaching careers as well. What'd I do?
Taylor's so mad. Taylor, I get it. You're the video guy. I get why you're mad. But he might have knocked over the light, but he saved the energy drink. And I think more than anybody here, you can appreciate that, right?
Yep, sure. God, I am looking at our YouTube. We are kind of dark, aren't we?
Yeah, we're shadows, but it's okay.
If it wasn't so sunny here in beautiful Mobile, beautiful this time of year.
Yeah.
Well,
man, I really wanted to like bring him back and just sit and talk offense.
Yeah, I wanted to start. Can you put me on the board, Coach?
I was about to say, Coach, can I show you? I can still do it.
Come on, I want to do it.
I can still do it, Coach. I can draw. He said he actually gave me an attaboy on my penmanship.
That's the marker.
Look.
He didn't see my writing apparently.
There's a reason I was able to steal 6 years in the NFL. Yep. I got you on that board.
Got you, Coach.
You need me to come in? I got 10 plays in me, Coach. Might as well use them for the hometown team.
Dude, so someone just said in the chat, watching Matt try to grab for the chair that wasn't there was incredible. Like, so it's been right here, but Jake moved it at some point, and I went like this. And then like, well, I'll play that off. I was like, hopefully no one saw that.
Yeah.
But you did. I'm kind of grateful that you did.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Jake, don't move that chair. It's my armrest.
I'm just reading some of this incredible comments inside the chat. Inside the chat. So again, we appreciate that. That was
great. Unexpected.
Yeah, he was literally walking by and was like, "Hey, I listen to y'all." Well, I did in the back half of the season when it was going well. Said that, and they were like, "Well, you're here. You're talking with us. I don't know that you know we're on air. Throw a headset on." So yeah, again, you didn't get to see him, but you saw his bag. But we appreciate his time as he's going to be the head coach here this week. All right, we do need to take a break. Look at Flynn. Keep his clock integrity.
Go,
8 minutes past.
Yeah, boy.
We'll be back. More OTB.
Off the bench.
We go to centralplumbing.org. Not only in Central, the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you. 225-5000-774, 24/7, 365, weekend, holiday, game day, does not matter. Emergency service, they are there for you. Now, not only an emergency, so if you're looking to upgrade at your home, your business, they can come in, they can do that big, small, where, you know, anywhere in between, doesn't really matter. If you want to, like Flynn said, like when they started their business, they came in and they kind of did everything. It can be as big as that. It can be as small as a new vanity. Whatever it is, go to centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, Central Plumbing. Centralplumbing.org, the plumbing experts. The Payton family, been doing it a long time. And guess what? As much as we can tell you, as much as you can get worn, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that might have forgot to drip some faucets last night in the freezing temperature. So if you woke up this morning, you got a little bit of a leak, it's all right. Emergency services right there at centralplumbing.org, 225-500-0774, centralplumbing.org.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
This new year, Hood Dental wants you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays, a $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care, Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And for January only, save 15% up to $150 on restorative treatment. Schedule today at hooddentalcare.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily.
Now, back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from Mobile, Alabama. 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. Our trip brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. FABT.com is the website. Go check them out there. Also want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go Tommy's, G-E-A-U-X, Tommy's with a Y.com. When you go to the website, we say it every day because it is true. You will clearly see the difference. And also, like, if you're looking for gutters, that's something that, you know, we don't talk about often, but they certainly have that service there as well. When you go to the website, you can check out the gallery of work they've done for past customers in the greater Baton Rouge area, but always remember they can customize your job as well. So if you've got something in mind, have Tommy and the team come out. They're award-winning every single year. That's why they win awards, because they have incredible customer service, and they're going to be able to make your dreams come true. Go to gotommys.com. Look, we're going to fix the lighting, okay? It's a little bit brighter than it normally is here.
We did not expect the sun out here in Mobile.
We did not expect it to be, because when we walked over here,
beautiful background, though.
Can everyone also just relax?
Yeah.
Like, can everyone just,
we just need
calm down for a second?
We'll just chill out around here.
I mean, the guy who's the head coach this week, he stopped by. I don't know that he knew that we were on TV as well. We offered him a seat. He acted like he didn't hear us, so he stood tall and did the interview.
And we thank him for it.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. Very well respected man. Great coach, great running backs coach for a long time. Being the head man this week. And, man, we almost went down a rabbit hole of X's and O's and forgot about the radio part of this thing.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do. I love talking to coaches. And it gives me a little flashback.
Yeah.
Trip down memory lane.
Yeah. Can you imagine like how many offenses like that man's probably been through?
Yeah, 400 NASCAR terms. He
Dude,
said.
when he said that, that means like 400 code words.
Yeah, code words. I mean, like you say one word, lightning or whatever it is, and it means a entire play, motion.
Yeah.
Everything.
I mean, we had that when I was in Denver, but it was like 15.
Yeah.
Of those, it was like a whole play. It
Yeah.
was by quarterback jersey number, like Favre, Young, Moon, LaMonica, Brister for Bubby Brister. Shout out to Bubby Brister. He had a play.
All right.
We had 15 of those things, not 400.
Bubby Brister got one at 15?
Yeah, he played in Denver.
Not
He's
bad.
from Louisiana. Payton's from Louisiana. So.
When I was with the Patriots, there was 3 different types of terms. There was the long play call that was, wordy, 20 words, whatever. Then there was like a shortened version of that, where it was like a 4 or 5 word code where it was shortened.
Yeah.
But then there was the 1 word NASCAR thing where you had to memorize the 1 word and it meant a 20 word play.
Yeah.
And there was a decent amount. That's when I figured at that point, I was like, all right, Rob Gronkowski, he kind of puts on this dummy persona.
Yeah.
But he's got this down. Like, he's not a dummy, because nobody can be a dummy and be in this offense. That was the most challenging offense I ever had to learn, because, like you said, it's been bastardized over 20 years. And if you're in it, over time, it's easy to learn that stuff because you've seen it all progress and you've seen the terminology change and you've seen why these things have been added, and you've been a part of that. But just learning it from thin air makes no sense. So you're just literally you're not learning anything.
Yeah.
It's absolute 100% memorizing. Yeah. And anybody learned anything, memorizing is not how you want to learn, but that's how you had to do it.
The best part about the Tom Brady roast is, I think it was Nikki Glaser that got up there. He's talking about Tom Brady's crypto investments, and even Gronk. Me know that not real money.
Me know that not real money.
So yes, that's what people think. But yeah, to learn that offense.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Me know that not real money.
To learn that offense is pretty incredible. So, all right, we are going to play catch up. Joel Thomas was with us, and he was very gracious with his time, and so we appreciate that time, and probably a fun week for him, and a great week for the Saints. I mean, the fact that they're able to be here. And again, I know they are the closest, so it's easy. They can, really drive over. They don't even have to get on a plane. But he said it, like 5 of the guys that they took last year in a very good class. Remember, ESPN.com ranked that the top class. Well, they came from the Senior Bowl. So the Saints, a little bit of a cheat sheet here on some of the players. And we'll talk about that and maybe what they're looking at here this week in Mobile when we come back on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at TrashRangers.com. Look, they have got that sanitation department up and rolling. So listen, if you've got, you're on a, Mardi Gras parade route and you're having everybody over and you want to be able to have the portable toilets like Spanish Town, which is coming up on February the 14th. Well, you don't want everybody in your house.
Nah.
Right? I mean, you want to have a situation where everybody hangs out, but I ain't trying to let you in the house. So we're going to have a portable toilet, and that's what you can use, and it's going to be nice. It's going to be clean. It's going to certainly get the job done, and so you can go ahead and plan ahead. Visit TrashRangers.com to get your spot covered for Parade Day.
Yeah, because what do they say? They're number 1 at picking up number 2. Trash Rangers, TrashRangers.com, most reliable waste and sanitation services in South Louisiana, and trash removal service as well. So commercial, residential, roll-off dumpsters, whatever your need is on trash removal, they got you covered. 3 roll-off dumpster sizes to choose from. Just give them a call. Tell them what you need. Tell them your project. They can help you size perfectly for you. TrashRangers.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every...
Here I am on the road again.
Now, back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB, and we are live here at the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. Shout out to Matthew Clayton Flynn, just took care of the crew. There wasn't coffee here, but he made it happen.
Yeah.
QB1 moves.
Yep.
He might finger point at me and not have a question earlier, but he totally redeemed himself.
Nope. Yeah, not a shout out to the Senior Bowl right now for not having coffee for us. Sorry to get a little caffeine headache, sleepy eyes. But it's okay. We got coffee now, and we got little sandwiches. All right, let's try it. Does this work? Does this help?
Oh, you got your flashlight on your phone? Look, yeah,
kind of like I'm telling a ghost story.
It's okay. We're just like, you ever seen like First 48 when they're about to snitch on somebody? That's us. We're just about to snitch on somebody right now. And so, like, we can't show you our whole face.
Oh, yeah,
you know
that's right. We're in the confession room.
Yeah. We need, like, one of those voice-changing boxes, though.
Hey, Coach.
I do want to, in the next hour, since obviously we went
it's almost 2 hours gone by.
We went long with
super fast.
Well, we had 3 interviews. That's not like us. But we did have Joel Thomas on, and he made a great point about them drafting 5 guys from this game a year ago. And he's like, look, I had Devin Neal in this game, so I knew when I was drafting him, like, what I was getting. And I kind of want to look at the roster, and the Saints have more coaches than anybody here, obviously, and try to find out, like, where they would lean, like what position group they're looking at. And if it is receiver, is there a receiver here in this game that we feel like it fits the mold for what the Saints are looking for? So we'll have that coming your way to kick off hour number 3. Again, we are live, boots on the ground at the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl, and our coverage brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. And what?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought that was – hey, you got me too. I thought that was the cart.
The coffee?
Is that what got you earlier?
Yeah, no, someone yelled it earlier.
Oh, they yelled it. So –
I'll do some scout. I'm going to do some receiver scouting for the Saints.
I was trying to think if they're – I know their quarterback coach is. I know the running back coach is. I'm trying to think. Oh, Peter Sermon, but that's going to be on the defensive side. I know special teams. So they don't have their receiver coach here, but that's okay. We just need a receiver.
That's all right. They got me. I'll be on the lookout. I'll be at all the practices. I'll actually be in the stands watching the practices. You're going to be doing, like, a job.
Yeah, but we do it from outside on the terrace there so we can watch practice as well.
Yeah, but you're not going to be focused in like me. I'm going to have my notebook.
It's so, like, there is literally players like yesterday. We got to go to break. Yesterday, like, accepting their offers. All right, full New Orleans
Off the bench.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith.
Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at lockmeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Monday, January 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 39. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll continue day 1 coverage of the Panini Senior Bowl out in Mobile, Alabama, and maybe we'll recap the NFC and AFC championship games. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. Brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. Starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone.
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB here live from the Panini Senior Bowl. Our trip brought to you by First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com. And, of course, we also want to remind you about our friends over at Rouse's all throughout the Gulf Coast. And so if you're listening to us here, you're getting ready for the Senior Bowl like us, there's a location that is near you. And remember, this is a great time to go over to Rouse's. Now, we give you Rouse's.com so you can find that location, but once you get to the Rouse's, remember, they got every kind of king cake imaginable right when you walk in. They've got the cinnamon. They've got every filling. They've got the Dr. Pepper king cake. They got a little bit of everything over at your local Rouse's. Meals ready to go, sides ready to go, so just go and check those out. All right, we mentioned that the New Orleans Saints obviously have a big presence here when it comes to the coaching staff, more coaches than any other team, and you've got one of the teams that has a head coach, and Scott Tolzien, our guy, is going to be calling the plays for the American team. But you have, I think it's 7 coaches now from the New Orleans Saints alone that are going to be down here in Mobile. So obviously that's going to be an advantage for them. Now, there's going to be positions that we kind of highlight here for the New Orleans Saints, and when it comes to maybe players that we can see them being interested in. Now, some of those players aren't going to be here like we thought they were going to be. Some players decided to pull out of the game, some probably because they started to talk to league officials and found out where they were getting drafted. Some, for the Miami and Indiana guys, probably like, Coach, a little bit of a reset here. We just played on Monday. Last year, you had some Notre Dame and Ohio State players here, and you could tell that they had been through the fire of a very long season, but still going to be plenty of talent here in Mobile for the Saints to be able to assess, and there's going to be a slew of receivers here, and I think that's the position that we're all looking at when it comes to the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, just kind of follow up on what you just said. There's actually, Indiana's got 1 player here, Kalen Black, and then Miami has 2, both offensive linemen, James Brockmeyer and Markel Bell here. So they're coming off of potentially just hitting the pinnacle of their football career and said, you know what, I'd like to go to Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, I'd like to go compete against some of the best. But certainly the Saints will have an advantage here from a coaching standpoint, just can kind of get that firsthand look and how valuable of intel is that to be able to report to the head coach and the GM when you're talking about different players. Like, look, I had these guys all week. Yeah, you can learn a lot when you interview these guys because the scouts will be here, GMs will be here, head coaches from other teams will be here that aren't actively coaching the players on the field. And they will be able to interview these players. Joel Thomas just told us that, like, look, these are like 20-minute interviews. Those are long interviews with kids. Like, that's a long. Like, usually it's like 5-10 minutes. It is a little bit of like a little bit of speed dating, but 20 minutes with multiple kids is a long time. So you get to learn a lot in that. But if you're actually coaching the teams, you get to learn more. Just like you said, I had Neil in the room last year, so you get to know from a personality standpoint, from a football standpoint, because on the interview process, these guys are training for that. We've already talked to 2 quarterbacks that said they're training for their interviews. Right. They're training. I asked the question because I remember doing this. You're going to get asked what your favorite play versus cover 2 is, and then why. What's your favorite play versus cover 3? Quarters. What do you do in pass protection? How did you handle this, your pass protection? In a 6-man protection, were you in charge of the mics? Where the center was in charge of the mics? Were you able to make adjustments? What were those adjustments? Why did you make them? Well, they are grinding those questions every day in preparation. So they're kind of, I guess you could say, stock answers. Well, when you get to coach them, you're actually coaching them in the quarterback room, in the line room, in the linebacker room. Like, you get to actually see their football IQ, their football knowledge, and what great intel that you can bring. The Saints coaches can bring to Mickey Loomis, Kellen Moore, say, this is what I saw. Yeah, y'all saw that in the interview process when you talk to them and ask them questions. This is what I saw, like, in the coaching room. Like, this guy's got it. Or for a lot of them, he doesn't have it.
Yeah, that's going to be some of that.
That was really interesting to hear him say that. It's like, are they going to say the thing, that one thing, we're looking for something? Like, we know the answers to most, but are they going to say something that's going to put them above everybody else? He's like, but in a lot of cases, they say something that puts other people ahead of them, right? So that's what these guys are saying. Everything that they do, everything that they're doing from right now till next September determines if they have a job or not at their dream spot, which is playing in the NFL. So whether you do here, it can make or break you. What you do at the combine can make or break you. What you do at pro day can make or break you. They continuously, from here, they are in the gauntlet of make or break situations. And then certainly when you get to your team, every single practice is that.
Yeah.
Do you have it? Coaches are looking for a reason to not draft you, to cut you, whatever it is. You don't give them those reasons, then you find yourself on a roster. But they're about to go through that gauntlet that they have to survive. All these kids have to survive, and the goal is to make it to next September. And, of course, there's going to be a few that are going to have an advantage that get drafted in the first or second round. But anything after that, you're fighting for your life every single day, and you can't make a mistake, and that is what causes the stress that all these kids are dealing with. So I can promise you they're going to be walking around here doing all their interviews, but they probably cannot wait to finally get on the football field and then do something they actually know that they're good at.
Yes.
They can stop worrying about, don't screw up, don't say the wrong thing. They get the pads on, they get on that practice field, let me go hit somebody in the face.
Right.
That's what they want to do.
That's what I've done my whole life. That's what I know I can do. It's what I know I can get done. And for the Saints, as we talked about, receiver, it feels like at least going to be one of the top priorities. Maybe it's with the top 10 pick at number 8. Maybe it's in the second round. We've talked about how deep this edge rusher class is. Saints looking for an edge rusher. So if they went, receiver at 8 and they go edge rusher later on, I wouldn't be surprised by that. But if they do wait, if they do go another position at 8, there is a receiver on the American squad, which, again, there's 7 Saints coaches on the American squad. Jacoby Lane from Southern Cal. He is 6'4", 205. All right, so he is what we're talking about as far as a position and a body type at that position for the Saints. That's opposite of what they have in Chris Olave. 49 catches, 745 yards. Now, he only had 4 touchdowns, but he did average over 15 yards per catch. Now, you would think somebody with that size would have more touchdowns, but strong hands. One of the fewest drop rates in the Big Ten. He has the frame. He's the guy that made the incredible one-handed catch against LSU in Las Vegas. So, his catch radius is incredible. Watch out for Jacoby Lane. And I know the Saints, knowing their needs and knowing what they're looking for at that position, are going to be eye-hustling Jacoby Lane here. And that's, again, when you have 7 coaches from your staff that are able to be here in Mobile, they're going to be able to tell Mickey Loomis and whoever in the front office yes or no simply when they say, should we draft this guy?
Yeah, now that you told me he's the guy that made the one-handed catch against LSU, I'll be watching him now because I don't like that guy one bit. But, yeah, I remember him. Yeah, real physical presence, and that is Saints, you need it. You try to get that with Vele, who actually kind of towards the end of the season had those moments.
But, I mean, the bar was low. We were wondering, is he on the team still?
Is he on the team?
Did they give him a uniform?
Well, I'll tell you what. They gave the Broncos a 4th-round pick. I know that for a fact. But it is a big-body guy on the other side of Chris Olave. We said it. Chris Olave is going to get 30.
Yeah.
Now, whether you agree with that or not, you cannot argue with the stats.
Right.
The statistical season that Chris Olave had. He had the stats of a number 1 receiver. Now, there's going to be different opinions. Like, I certainly have a differing opinion on what a number 1 receiver looks like from an eyeball test and what his skill set should be as a number 1 receiver. And I don't think Olave necessarily fits that for me personally, but I can't argue with the stats and the production he has and his crisp route running and what he did this past season. I can't argue with that. So for me to try to say that he doesn't deserve number 1 money is a losing. That's a dumb thing for me to say because but from a building a roster standpoint, I think you still have to have a guy that fits more that mold that I'm thinking about, which is that big physical presence that's physically going to win you a one-on-one battle with a game on the line and is going to make the sure-handed catch at the end of the game. That's going to make that big play catch. And Chris Olave can beat you one-on-one. You can rely on him from a crisp route-running standpoint. But I don't think we all are going to hang our team success on him winning a point-of-catch battle every single time with the defensive back.
Yeah, you're looking for something a little bit different, and it's kind of what makes what Tyler Shuck was able to do. Really, Spencer Rattler too. I mean, again, I wish we had asked Joel about just the quarterback room health in general. But what makes it impressive is the fact that oftentimes they looked up and they never had the same set of weapons. Like, think how many times, like, either Rashid Shaheed or Chris Olave was out, and then you trade Shaheed, and then Vele's in, but then he's back out. It's like, you've got a bunch of Uber drivers out there, as Dev calls them, running routes for you, and you're still, like, you don't use it as an excuse. And that's what Shuck did. And that's why, like, look, in our assessment, and, like, because I thought Spencer Rattler did a lot of nice things, but Shuck elevated those around him more than Spencer did. And that's what made him different. That's what made him a winner.
Made the plays.
And so, like, he didn't care who was in, who was out. And I give him a lot of credit for that. He's like, what's your jersey number? Oh, we just met this week? Sure, get open. I'll throw it to you.
Yeah,
So,
it's
imagine
very few
my
times
point
as
is
a quarterback.
with a weapon.
Very few times as a quarterback do you go somewhere based on an individual, unless that person is special.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you're not going to throw to a guy if they're cloud covering him or anything like that. But like when a quarterback has the opportunity to target a certain receiver because he is special, when all things are equal, when it's man to man, and you're like, all right, do I want this guy one-on-one or do I want this guy one-on-one? It's hard when teams play zone to target one receiver.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just happens that's the coach's and the offensive coordinator's job, is to understand what defenses you're probably going to get and put him in the position in the route concept. It's usually not the quarterback saying, I'm just going to target this guy because he's so good. And I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have. This quarterback is just going at this receiver because he is dominant, so he's just looking for him every time. No, that's stupid. That's not a thing. Right. Unless they're playing man-to-man every play. Then, you throw it to him.
Yeah, Puka Nacua, they're playing man. Where's that guy at?
But it's like if you have a top-down read, if you're reading like post to deep over to the flat route to check down, and you got like you're not going to not go through your progression because you have like this kick-ass receiver.
Yeah.
You're going to go through your progression, but it's the coordinator's job to put that guy in the right spot of that progression based on the defense you're going to get. So it's really the coordinator that is mostly responsible for a kick-ass receiver getting more and more targets. Now, if it's man-to-man, you got two one-on-ones, you're deciding which one to go, you go to that guy. But it's that's kind of the misconception that I hear a lot. But we'll see. I just saw Scott Tolzien walk by. I should have thrown my breakfast sandwich wrapper at him.
Buddy, you're 40 years old.
I don't know if this has a weight to get there.
If you think you could throw anything outside of a football that far anymore.
But I can throw it over that mountain.
You might can, but you can't throw it over that curtain.
This right here, I don't know. This doesn't weigh. It's not enough grams. I don't think it can. I don't think it can be shot out of a T-shirt cannon to make it.
I don't think you can get it past that first sign, and we'll film it during the break.
Past that first sign? I don't know. It has nothing to do. Like I'm telling you, I don't think a T-shirt cannon can get it over that. It just doesn't have the weight.
I don't know. What I do know is we got to take a break. More OTB, because we do have to talk about the conference championship games and what the Super Bowl matchup is going to be in San Francisco in a couple of weeks. And we'll do that when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, if you're thinking about adding a pool to your backyard, you can stop scrolling and start calling Russell Pool Company. These guys have been doing it right here for decades in the Baton Rouge area. Custom pools, quality craftsmanship, and zero shortcuts from design to completion. And we always talk about it, like everywhere during the process and even after the process, they can be in that maintenance for you. Russell Pool Company handles everything, and they do it with attention, honesty, and everything is always going to be state of the art. So whether you want a family pool, a backyard oasis, or the ultimate hangout spot for game days, they'll build exactly what you want. You can find them at russellpools.com.
That's right, Russell Pools, russellpools.com, the name you think of when you think of the highest quality, the best darn custom pools in Louisiana. They've been doing it a long time, and Chris Anderson and the gang over there. Their whole team is incredible. Give them a call. Go to their website, russellpools.com. You can see their gallery work, but anything that you can think of, they can build it. They can maintain it. Check them out, russellpools.com.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Altmeyer, Sean Fagan and Associates.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold.
Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB, and we are here live, boots on the ground from Mobile, Alabama, getting you ready for the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. And the team getting you ready for baseball and softball season, that'd be Marucci and MarucciSports.com. Go check out the Hitter's House. They got multiple locations throughout Louisiana, and the one in Baton Rouge right off of Seeden, something that me and the crew have taken advantage of, and I'm sure you have as well. But always remember, it is always open. So if you want to go take those hacks, if you want to go try out the new bat, also a great service that they offer. Remember, if you want to go try the new bat, you can do it right there in the cages. If you want to trade in your old bat, which is a cool deal that they've got, they're going to give you some off of the new bat when you trade in that old Marucci bat. They've got so much going on over at the Hitter's House. Go take advantage of it. Again, baseball, softball season starting up, so if you need the gear, they've got it all. Helmets, gloves, hats, bats, belts, cleats, you name it, they've got it. MarucciSports.com. All right, we got to talk about the AFC, NFC championship games. The AFC championship game, 10-7. Patriots win. Football weather, sure, if that's what you want to call it. An ugly, sloppy snowfest there in Denver. And then we got the complete opposite in Seattle. We had offensive fireworks, 31-27. Seattle victorious over the LA Rams. And really with the Patriots and Broncos, we'll get there. I want to start with the nightcap, the Seahawks and Rams. That was very high-level quarterback play. That was high-level offensive coordinator. Just back and forth between both against good defenses. They're still finding ways to get open, score points, and at the end, though, it was a fourth down stop for the Seattle Seahawks that won them the game.
Yeah, it was, and so we were driving down the tripod, was driving down last night, so we were kind of tuning into it, watching a little bit. I was driving, so I wasn't like watching, guys. Eyes were on the road.
Had the volume up.
But I can tell you,
you didn't watch it all.
What we all got to witness yesterday, or listen to, for that matter, was high-level tackle football, and it was incredible to see. What an incredible game, an incredible NFC championship matchup. High-level quarterback play, high-level receiver play, defenses playing their tails off, incredible coaching on both sides. Just we got to watch the best in the world play really good football game, play each other, and a game that meant a lot. Obviously, a trip to the Super Bowl was at stake.
Right.
And the Seattle Seahawks, they get it done. They show why they were the #1 seed. And what a fantastic game it was. And like you saw, we were watching that game, or the game was on, and I was expecting Stafford to make the plays that he did. Stafford made the plays, right? He's a dog. He's the best in the game, made incredible throws. What I didn't know we'd see was Sam Darnold making those plays.
Yeah, he did.
But, man, did he step up to the occasion. And what an amazing story. Like, I was cheering for the Rams because I'm a Stafford guy. That's been my prediction to get to the Super Bowl, has been the Rams. But what a story Sam Darnold is. A guy from
incredible
that went to in an interview after a game saying that he's literally seen ghosts out there.
Yeah.
And that is not a great place to be as a quarterback. But you're a couple of years later, you fast forward, and my God, he is headed to the Super Bowl. And a lot of it, of course, they got a great team, man. Seattle is a well-coached team. They got some dog. Their defense is a really good defense, even though both offenses had a lot of success. We did watch two good defenses yesterday play. That's why it was such a fun game to watch, because the plays that were made on offense were high-level skill plays by running backs, receivers, quarterbacks, offensive line, blocking some very intricate pressures. It was just a lot of fun to watch. But, man, Sam Darnold, a lot of questions on him, but he had that dog in him. He had that clutch gene yesterday. Made the plays when they were presented, and he needed to make them at the times. And just a lot of fun to watch. We had some questions, though, like early on. The Rams being down 11, they didn't go for 2 after any of their touchdowns. Not going for 2. We were talking about that game management, scoreboard management situation there. Was wondering if we were coaching like Woodman, not questioning Sean McVay, because he's one of the best in the business, but at what point do you decide to go for 2? Try to make it a 10-point game, because at some point you got to think that you have to go for that 2. I'd rather do it a little bit early to see what I have to make up, because if you do cut it to 10, the Rams toward the end of the game were, I think, at the 10-yard line, 15-yard line, something like that, and having to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, they were
fourth
inside
and 4,
the 10.
inside the 10, 4th and 4, or something like that, and they have to go for it because they're down by 4 at that point. So how does the game turn out if they decide to go for it 2? You can look back and question a lot of different things here and there throughout any football game, but just something that we certainly brought up yesterday. And Sam Darnold, what did we say yesterday? Becomes the first quarterback
from the 2018 draft to start a Super Bowl. Now, he's been to one as a backup, but before Josh Allen, before Lamar Jackson, before Baker Mayfield, it is Sam Darnold from the 2018 class that's going to start in the Super Bowl first. And you mentioned it yesterday. He's 25 of 36, 346 yards, 3 tutters, 9.6 yards per throw. Now, look, Matthew Stafford was 22 of 35, 374 and 3 tutters. So the quarterbacks played incredible, but what a great story Sam Darnold is. And he revives his career in Minnesota with KOC last year. Then he goes to Seattle, and everybody's like, I don't know, man. Was that because he was in Minnesota with a great quarterback coach and Jets and all these weapons? And, well, he certainly elevated those around him, like Jackson Smith and Jigba. Played like really an MVP this year. I mean, yesterday he had 10 for 153. So Sam Darnold just needed to get away from the Jets. And it's a great example of what we always talk about. We're so quick to label people bust. It's like, yeah, okay, sure, you can do that if you want to. In some other cases, maybe they are. But in a lot of cases, it's because they went to crappy, almost said a bad word, franchises like the Jets, the Browns, the Raiders, all of these loser franchises that it doesn't matter who's the coach, what
Don't
is.
say that too loud. The coach might be around here.
I don't even care. I hope a Raiders coach says something.
You stink.
I hate the Raiders.
Where you at, Tom Brady?
So, like, maybe he can fix it, but there's so many players that their career just went down the drain because they went to bad franchises. And good for Sam Darnold to be able to find his way to a normal franchise, a stable franchise, and go show what he can do.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Like you said, revived his career last year with the Vikings, who have a really good organization. And, yeah, just like you said, people get in bad situations, and sometimes that's the curse of being the best and getting drafted early is that you do have to go to a bad organization. But it has worked out. Sam Darnold headed to the Super Bowl, going to face the New England Patriots. And, my God, did it do it. Super Bowl logo. It did it.
Got some neon green.
It done called it.
Got some red.
Done called it again.
Yeah.
So, those of you, not following the Super Bowl logo, it releases every single year before the season, long before the colors of the Super Bowl logo are pretty darn accurate in determining who the matchup's going to be. And wouldn't you know, little lime green is in that thing.
Yeah.
And a little bit of red.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I mean,
is the NFL rigged?
Some are asking.
Some are asking.
I'm asking because also the NFL, I just saw this like during the last break.
Yep.
At the beginning of the season, they posted a graphic of like everybody walking toward the Lombardi Trophy.
No.
Drake May and Sam Darnold are at the front of the line.
Give me this.
Drake May and Sam Darnold, front of the line.
Wow.
They really are.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, who would have
And they
those
posted
two?
that in the beginning of the season.
Who would have had those two? Patriots picked 5th last year. The Seahawks had Sam Darnold at quarterback.
So on the right shoulder, Drake May is Malik Neighbors. But, yeah, I'll be darned.
It might be rigged.
It is rigged. 100%
They
now.
foreshadowed.
It's 100% now. With the Patriots winning last night, Mike Vrabel has tied now for the most wins in NFL history for a first year as a head coach with that organization, 17. And I believe the last one to do it was the 49ers coach in like 89, but they were coming off like a Super Bowl performance the year before. So incredibly impressive what Vrabel has done in his first year there. Going from a bad team that fired a one-year head coach and is taking them now to a 17-win season, 17-3 currently with the playoffs added. And the Patriots, first team in NFL history to go 9-0 on the road this season.
It's incredible, yeah.
So they have done it. And then it's not always pretty. It wasn't pretty yesterday. Drake May did enough with his feet and his legs to get some big-time first downs, to keep the clock running, to keep ball in their possession, and hang on to that 10-7 lead that they had, the commanding 10-7 lead.
Yeah.
But man, it's they've done just enough to win. And what a when you see 9-0 on the road, you know you got a good culture
for sure.
You know, you might not have the greatest talent, but you know you got a good culture. And everybody said that they're one year away. It's a 1 year away type of team, the New England Patriots. But, my God, they've made it this year. So they are ahead of schedule, certainly, with Vrabel as their head coach. But 2 records being done right there. First team in NFL history to go 9-0 on the road. And Mike Vrabel ties the record for the most wins as a head coach in his first year with a team.
I saw Vrabes here 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. And he was actually walking right behind us at a crosswalk there. And I was like, hey, what's going on, brother? I said my name or whatever. And so, yeah, played against you a bunch, man. Always respected you, blah, blah, blah. You know, the whole deal. And he goes, I'm surprised you didn't cut me. I was like, what? He goes, well, when I played you, every time I saw you, you cut me. So I'm surprised you didn't cut me here at the crosswalk.
Surprised you didn't cut me right here.
Oh, well, that's a good memory because you know I was not trying to stay up with any 3-4 outside linebacker. Hell no, I wasn't trying to do that.
Trying to keep a career going.
I mean, he said it like straight face too. So I was like, damn, you mad at me? My bad, dog.
We aren't cool.
Like, look at you, look at me. Like, what'd you think I was going to do? So, but incredible job that he's done. Titans, you're dumb. Fire the guy who's been coach of the year with you. And, well, now you've got a new coach because you pulled the trigger on Vrabes. And
you know who we haven't talked about enough, and I don't have like the stats in front of me to talk like educated on it right this second. Kayshon Boutte has had an incredible year.
He has.
Like before the season, the announcers talking about like he's become one of the best deep threats in the NFL.
Yeah.
an incredible year. Again, I don't have his stats pulled up because it just popped in my head
yesterday,
just talking about the Patriots.
They had 86 receiving yards as a team, but this year, in the totality, he had 33 catches, 551, 6 touchdowns, almost 17 yards per catch, which is 5th in the NFL at 16.7. So what you're talking about as a deep threat play guy, I mean, top 5 in the NFL as far as average per catch. Good for him, man.
Yeah,
good for
really
him.
good
I know
for
he's
him.
had some ups and downs, and he's had the whole betting situation that popped up, and he went through it, come out on the other side.
He wrote a book about it. They talked about it last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I wrote a little book
Good for
about it.
K-Shot.
Yeah. I got to look this up. We'll look it up and give you all the name of it when we come back.
More OTB here live from Mobile, Alabama.
Off the bench.
All right, when it comes to protecting your home or business, your roof matters, and that's where Pelican Roofing comes in. Pelican Roofing is locally owned. Been doing work in this area for a very long time, and not just like in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette and Baton Rouge, right? Boots on the ground in both. You get dependable service. They're going to get the job done the right way. So whether you need a full roof replacement, a repair, or a professional inspection, their team brings experience and attention to detail to every project. They show up on time, communicate clearly, and stand behind their work. If you're thinking about your roof, don't wait. Visit pelicanroof.com to learn more. Again, that is Pelican Roofing, pelicanroof.com.
That's right, Pelican Roof, the most trusted roofing company in Louisiana, specializing in roof repairs and roof replacements. Maybe there's a little extra ice on the roofs this week. Maybe you get a little ice melt here, and maybe you got a leak. Maybe you need to get that repair. Well, make sure you give Pelican Roof a call. You can go to their website, pelicanroof.com, and see all the 5-star reviews that they have on the internet. The meanest place on earth loves Pelican Roof. So offices in Lafayette and Baton Rouge, so they can help you out wherever you are, whatever that need is. Make sure you give them a call or go see them, pelicanroof.com.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here, helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are.
Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care.
Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Now, back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, and welcome back in. It is OTB here live from the Panini Senior Bowl. Our coverage brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. FABT.com is the website. Also, to remind you, if you're looking for an industrial construction partner you can trust here in Baton Rouge, look no further than Pala. Pala has been specializing in industrial construction and development, bringing experience, precision, and accountability to every project they take on. From planning to execution, they focus on safety, efficiency, and getting the job done right the first time. That's why they've been in business since the early 70s here in the greater Baton Rouge area. So whether it's large-scale industrial build or a complex construction project, Pala has the expertise to deliver. You can learn more at palagroup.com. Again, that is Pala Group, P-A-L-A Group.com. Building with purpose right here in Baton Rouge.
I just saw this. I don't know if you say it. So Matt Moscona posted. This is a little bit less than an hour ago. He said, "All right, so even though the deadline to enroll classes was passed last week, LSU transfer Jordan Seaton is expected to be on campus and enrolled in classes this week. Sources confirm. That would also allow him to participate in spring practice." And another source described it, quote, "When you have great alignment, you can move mountains," end quote.
You can. That's
just another word for saying, life isn't fair. When you got alignment, let's get him in class, guys. Let's have some common sense.
That's like I talk about with the Georgia Bulldogs all the time. Their president, their AD, and their head coach all have some sort of a degree from UGA.
Mm-hmm.
Now, their AD has one from LSU too, but he's got a grad, I think master's, or it doesn't matter. He's got a degree from UGA. Yep. They talk about it all the time. The governor, I'm pretty sure, in Georgia is a Bulldog.
Yep.
So that's alignment.
Yep.
And if you got it, good on you.
Hey, Dean of Admissions, we're going to go ahead and let this kid into class.
Yeah.
He might be a week late. No, this doesn't mean everybody in the world can get enrolled late. Just this kid, because we need him on the football team.
You know what got him in? The plus.
The plus?
That's
what got it?
Plus.
Dang, I knew it was there for a reason. That plus means rules don't apply. It's kind of like
again,
look,
I care about three letters.
Oh, I love it.
L, S, and U. And if they're doing well,
look,
I'm doing well.
Life isn't fair, okay? Yeah. It's not fair. There's special rules every now and then. You got to bend them a little bit. It's like when I was playing in the league, and there was I think it was a second-year player. He was an undrafted guy, good player. He was undrafted, but he special teams guy, made the team. Showed up late to practice one day. Well, guess what?
That was his last day.
This was his last day.
Yeah.
He complains. He's like, "Man, I saw Aaron Rodgers show up late." And I was like, "Buddy, life ain't fair."
Yeah, you can't spin it like Aaron.
You can't spin it like him. He's more important to us. The rules are different for him than they are for you, and you got to understand that.
Yeah.
Whoopsies. Sorry.
Yeah. Aaron, why are you late though?
Actually, it might not have been Aaron. I was trying to make a point here.
Aaron.
Hey, everyone says it's a bad teammate.
Dude, I tell you what, I was late one time in my LSU career. It's because we had a full blowout on Nicholson, right? Nicholson and Lee. There's that old Circle K. It's been abandoned forever now. But we're right there, and me and Sean Jordan and Stelz, all of us, like, boom, blowout. I mean, tire pops, whatever. And you couldn't Uber. There's no Uber back then. And we're changing the tire. We're hurrying. I mean, we got that done. It was like a NASCAR tire change. But we were like 30 seconds late to the workout.
Oh, boy.
And when I say, this is our senior year, so we're all like, we're captains. When I say Tommy Moffitt lit into our ass, like – that was one man that did not care who you were. I mean, do we have still like the tire, like when you change the tire, it's like black all over, like your hands, and like he didn't care. Mm-hmm. He didn't care.
Sorry.
Because he also was the man that said, if that train is going by the facility and you're stuck, you better drag your bloody ass into this weight room because you just tried to jump through the train. So that counts what Flynn's talking about with everybody but Tommy Moffitt.
Yeah, with everybody. Yep, that's exactly right. That's why we love Tommy. Didn't care. Didn't care.
If that train's there, you better drag your bloody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
You think he still talks that way?
Can you talk that way anymore?
You got to hope that he does.
I don't know. I don't know if you can still talk that way.
This kid's got to know.
Yeah.
They got to know how to act.
Sure, but I don't know if you can get that done.
So don't murder yourself with a train to get to practice.
If you're on South Stadium and there's a train there and you're a football player, I don't know if that's still the case, but 20 years ago you had to play Frogger through the train.
I'll just wait for the train to leave.
I was terrified to be late.
I know. Shocked that you were.
Terrified to be late. One time, and again, it's because of a blown tire.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a random workout. It wasn't even like a team meeting or anything.
Yep.
I don't even want to think about a team meeting with Coach Saban.
Mm-hmm. Well, nobody worry, guys. Jordan Seaton.
He's in class.
He's in class.
So
because of alignment.
So everybody's going to be there outside. I mean, Levitt's going to be there, but he's injured. But
yeah,
that's a big deal.
No, he's not injured. He's recovering.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Almost healthy.
Sure, whatever way you want to spin it. He's not going to be out there.
Don't say injured. I say positive words, bud.
Sure, that feels positive. I'll take it. But no, getting him there before spring. I'm not saying like it has to be the case, because if I'm being honest with our listeners, you don't have to go through spring practice necessarily to go out there and be successful in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see freshmen sometimes I think Harlan Berry came in the summertime. I don't think he was an early enrollee, and he did okay, right? So you don't have to do that. But I do think with a lot of new, as many like leaders and kind of main pieces of the structure that you can get there, I do think that is important for this team, just because they got 40 new players through the portal. I mean, that's not even counting high school players.
Yep.
So as much as you can get there, and again, like I know Levitt can't go through practice, but even just being there, being in the building, being behind the offense with a script, I think that's going to be big for LSU. So thank God for alignment.
Yep. Thank God for alignment. And I don't know who all that means, but doesn't matter. He's in class.
That's right.
A week late. I'm sure he'll be there. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, taking notes, front row.
Online.
How
would you have done in online classes?
I would have nailed it.
Because you did so good in in-person classes.
I would have crushed, obviously.
You definitely didn't say, hey, you got those notes from the past 4 classes?
Well, I'll tell you how well I did. Only guy at graduation to get a standing ovation when I got my diploma. So not a big deal.
This man.
Not a big deal.
Do you think it was because of your grades or because of the way you threw the football?
Well, it was 2 weeks before the national championship game. It was funny. Jack Marucci always laughs at the story about, like, they're announcing, all the, this guy, Magnum, cum laude, blah, 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 he had a 4.1. This guy, created the cure for cancer over here. And everyone, well, let's get to the general studies degrees. Come on down.
If you ask this man his 3 minors, he'd have no idea. Matthew, Clayton, Flynn.
Here we go.
Flynn. Yeah, fat ankles and all, walking across the stage.
It's called college graduate.
Yeah, all 3 of us are here, bud.
I know.
So.
I know, because we're educated. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's not that big of a deal.
I do want to say something before we go to break that's off football topic.
Okay.
It's a golf topic.
Oh, God.
Scotty Scheffler kicks off his season this past weekend.
Okay.
And first appearance on the PGA Tour, wins the American Express Open by like 4 or 5 strokes. Kills it. He's made like $60 million in the last two years, each year.
Good job.
And
bud.
I believe, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong here, if anybody knows.
If it is wrong.
I think the 3rd person in the history of golf to get at least 20 or more wins before he turns 30.
Congratulations, Scotty.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Scotty didn't know.
Scotty does know. He knows how to play golf. Put that ball in the hole.
Oh, different Scotty.
What did he know?
About Fiona and Matt Damon.
What were they doing?
I don't know.
All right.
Scotty didn't know either. In a van. Says she was in church. She was not. We'll take a break. More OTB. Last segment coming your way here live from the Panini Senior Bowl.
Off the bench. Off the bench.
All right, game day hangouts are just winding down after a long day. There is one beer that fits every moment. Of course, that is Dos Equis. Crisp, refreshing, and perfectly balanced. Dos Equis is easy to drink without sacrificing flavor. It's not heavy. It's not watered down. It's just a great beer you can enjoy all game long. So whether you're watching with friends, grilling outside, or cracking open one after a long work day, Dos Equis always delivers. So next time you're at the store, grab Dos Equis because the most interesting days deserve the most interesting beer.
Ooh, most interesting man in the world, maybe? Who knows? Go for Dos. Drink Dos Equis. Well, sometimes when it's icy outside, when it's cold outside, there's not a lot to do. So it might be a great day to have a beer, maybe two. Well, if you're going to have two, make it a Dos Equis. 2 X's right there on the bottle or can, whatever you want. So if you're going to do it, make sure you get that cold, delicious Mexican lager. They also have the Amber Especial. Get you a couple limes, cut it up, put it in there. Have yourself the most amazing beer, a great experience. If you're going to do it, do it responsibly. Go for Dos, drink Dos Equis.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know each case and client are unique and that no 2 cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
This new year, Hood Dental wants you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays, a $376 value. With over 3,000 5-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care, Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And for January only, save 15% up to $150 on restorative treatment. Schedule today at hooddentalcare.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here, helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel?
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back in. One final segment here on this Monday morning. And again, we're going to be here all week long breaking down the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. And that is thanks to First American Bank and Trust.
Yeah.
FABT.com. They've been doing it for over 100 years. I think they know a thing or two about what they're doing. So go check them out, FABT.com. Also, want to give a shout-out to Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. GetGordon.com is the website. Remember, anywhere in the state of Louisiana, put your area code followed by 888-8888. You can go to the website, GetGordon.com. You can have a chat with a live agent right there on the homepage. You can check out cases they can handle for you in the courtroom, past client results. All of that is at your fingertips at GetGordon.com. And as you know, on social media, at GetGordon's always going to be the handle. So Facebook, X, Instagram, whatever it is, you can see what they're doing in your local community and also what they've got going on with the G team. And I would assume there's probably going to be some new members to the G team coming up.
Maybe 40 plus.
There's going to be a lot of new members there for the G team. So looking forward to that content.
Hey, what a show, man. It's going about fast.
Yeah.
Couple of great interviews.
See, like so, I know you don't like them. I know.
I didn't say I didn't like them.
Well, I know they're not your comfort zone.
Yeah, they're not my comfort zone, certainly.
But it's good to get like great insight.
But the more you do it, the more it does become your comfort zone. I mean, kind of like that one question I nailed.
Which one?
Where I finger pistoled you. Is that the first? Is that your first experience with?
I've done some form of radio for a decade now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of different co-hosts. I've done solo a lot.
Yep.
That's the first time in my career that a co-host tried to ask a question. His brain didn't allow it, and he said no and finger pointed at me. It's the first time it's ever happened to me.
Yep. Maybe I winked at you too. You got it, kid. Good luck out there.
So,
yeah, you see?
Like, I don't – there's a chance that Cole Payton's calling back home. He's like, hey, guys.
Hey.
Do y'all think that was one of the tests from one of the NFL teams? I was doing an interview with a guy. He said he played in the NFL for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And we were doing the interview, and he literally said no and then finger pointed to his co-host and said, you go.
Yeah.
Like, is that a test? Like, did I pass it?
Did I do good?
Yeah.
That wasn't a real interview, was it?
No way that was real.
That wasn't, like, there's no way that guy's a pro. It was a Make-A-Wish situation. Yeah, we blacked out a little bit.
No, we know we. I'll be in the foxhole with you if you want me to be. I'll jump in with you.
Hey, but my other questions, though,
the other questions were great.
Good.
Yeah, they were great.
Hey, we're getting better each and every time we do this.
They were great.
It was exciting. Hey, but what else will we be talking about right now? Like this, good stuff. He'll never forget that.
I'll say this, a little tip, and you found your way there just a question late.
Yeah.
You always got to have, like, for me, for this certain player, he mentioned he was from Omaha. So I knew if he didn't give me a long answer or if he just one-worded it, I was going to ask him about Omaha and going to the College World Series. Your question was going to be about Varsity Blues. You just got there a question late.
I had 3 emergency questions. I already blown through them.
All right, we got a minute left here in the show.
I was really impressed with the 2 quarterbacks that we did interview.
Dude, I really, like different. You're right, different. But I liked both of them.
I did too. I really did.
I'll be rooting for both those guys.
I can't wait to watch them get after it.
And I think they both have an advantage this week after hearing kind of the offenses they ran. Like Bielema at Illinois, like I know they're spread principles, but they still have a lot of pro stuff mixed into their offense. A lot of 12 personnel. Luke Altmeyer is somebody to pay attention to.
Yeah, he said they had about 10 or 15 snaps a game that he averaged under center.
Yeah. That's 10 or 15 more than most quarterbacks here for the year.
Yep. And then Cole said they didn't do the clap count.
He laughed at you.
He laughed at the clap count, which I loved.
Yeah.
So he had that mentality where he's here to kick some ass.
And we're going to
be off the bench.
Got quick on that button.
Wow, hey, Moose.
Yeah, relax, man. Give us a couple of seconds.
Easy, bud. Easy. You want to go feel like your youthful self once again? If you want to act like or pretend that you can go play in the Panini Senior Bowl, even though you're 40 years old, I've got somewhere you can go. RejuveMeMedical.com is going to be the website. Can't wait to go over there, go through the process, and just check out the lab, see what's going on. I mean, they've got injectables as well. Like, they got a little bit of everything for everyone. I mean, go to the website, and also they've got a location for everyone. Throughout the state of Louisiana, wherever you're listening to us, they've got a location, RejuveMeMedical.com.
Yeah, whether it's hormone replacement, just getting those hormones right, whether it's weight loss, overall wellness, aesthetics, whatever it is, like, they can help it. Rejuvenate Medical, they got 13 locations across Louisiana. So wherever you live, they got one convenient to you. Great locations, great medical staff, everything. Go check them out, rejuvenamedical.com.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one.